Welcome to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Tonight's game will be Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Be sure to check out the upcoming spin-off game, Philip Wilson, Just a Juror. Experience 5 exciting chapters where you passively watch a trial and do nothing because juries don't matter in the Ace Attorney universe. Coming soon from Capcom. Thank you for tuning in to twitch.tv/LoganRobo. Please enjoy the stream. And we are live! How is everybody doing? I see that Extemporaneous was here bright and early, I think about 20 minutes before I disabled emotes only. Extemporaneous! If you can hear me, I'm so sorry that I missed out on your random Transformers check, and would you rather? And there's Malk saying hi, Logan. Hi, Malk, how are you doing? Good to see you. Nora says, rah! Is that cheering or is that like rah, like scary? I need to know if I should be pumped or frightened. And Weedle says, nerd. How are all of you doing? Extemporaneous, Malk, Nora, Weedle, how are all of you? Nora says, I'm here with a pun today. Ooh, I bought a thesaurus the other day and it was just blank. I didn't have the words to describe how angry I was. Blah, blah, blah. I love those type of puns. I had a pun, well, I mean, it wasn't mine, but it's like an old pun. But it's one of my favorites. And I tried using it like a while back on someone, and the person didn't even realize it was a pun. It was where I thought, oh, I do, I do lots of plays. In fact, one time I did an entire theatrical performance that was about puns. It was a play on words. Because a pun is a play on words, and the play was on words, and the person's like, oh, that's really cool that you did a play about puns. I'm like, yeah, well, I listened to the... See, I was very sad. But again, how are all of you? Mark says, lol. Nora says, I have another joke. It's about peanut butter. And I'd tell it to you, but I'm worried you'd spread it. I like puns. We'll see when Crystal gets here. Maybe the two of you can have like a pun off or a joke off or something. But I hope everybody's doing well. I have had quite the week. Tuesday's stream was canceled, of course, because I had an acting gig that I needed to do, which was in like, super hot weather outside. But it was fun. I posted a little bit about it on the Discord. And then the next day, I had to go get my brakes replaced on my car. And I've been like thinking so much like, I'm in like the home stretch for getting out of debt. I just got to pay off my car. It's going to be done in like a little over a year. And all of a sudden, I owe another $960 that I didn't already. Oh, so that was not ideal. So, to recap... For anyone who is not here last time, this person is named Anonymous, like literally, anonymous. He has amnesia, but they're still letting him testify. And we'll review his cross-examination. I think I remember what the issue was, is that he was claiming to be able to see what happened at the scene of the crime from this other peak. But if we take a look in the court record at this other peak, where's the picture of it? You can see it here. This is the crime scene, and he's claiming he was here and saw it through binoculars, but you can't because it's looking down and upward, and it would get blocked by the kind of makeshift wall they'd put up around. So I'm thinking that he is actually the escaped convict from the prison that is on top of this mountain, and we found like a bunch of prayer flags sewn together in a heap down here. So I'm thinking that he parachuted down here to safety, and he may have seen something, but is kind of being sketchy about what it was that he saw. So we're gonna review. Oh, my voice is not good today. We're gonna review what his testimony was. We'll press all the statements and we'll present some evidence, and a good time will be had by all. Mark says, oh, peanut butter, not pregnant butter. That is quite the word to misread there. Pregnant. I mean, I don't think you have to worry about pregnant butter spreading as much. I don't know. I've never had pregnant butter. I would not know. And Malk says, hi, Logan, I have COVID. Oh, no, Malk. I hope you get feeling better. My older brother had COVID just a couple weeks ago. Oh, Queen Katie. Raid with a party one. Queen Katie, I don't know. I don't think any of our mods are here yet. So here, let me type in a shout out for you. How was your stream, Queen Katie? Let's check out a clip for Queen Katie right over here.
This is the most unhinged tutorial I have ever seen so far. Burning vines. You can use kindling to burn vines and other obstructions and open a way forward. You can also burn vines on rocks to examine them.
You can burn...
Best tutorial ever. Arson.
Yeah, you can burn vines or any other obstruction. Are there people in your way? But how was your stream? You're playing... Oh, yeah, you were playing Tales of Berseria. I saw that on Discord. I'm like, I feel like I have to avoid games that I don't want to get spoiled for, so I'm so sorry, but I hope the stream went well. And everybody, congratulate Queen Katie, because if I understood correctly on the screen grab you posted, I think she recently reached 50 followers, which is the threshold for affiliates. One of the 3 requirements. You gotta have 50 followers, and then reach an average viewer count, and stream like a certain amount of times in like a period of time. And that's like one of the biggest ones right there, is the 50 viewers, so congratulations! Queen Katie! Okay, so we're gonna cross-examine this fellow. But as I was saying, Malk, I hope you get feeling better. My brother had COVID a couple weeks ago. I mean, I feel like these days that the current strains seem weak and we seem to have like the proper medicines for it, so hopefully it's not too unpleasant, but I hope you get feeling better. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, get plenty of rest, plenty of fluids, any medicine that you need to take. I forget what the medicine is called for that, but please get feeling better. Nora says, rah, as in America, rah. And then Nora says, lol. Malk says, I liked that one. Nora said, a play on words. Yeah, I know, but the person I was talking to didn't, and I was so disappointed. Nora said, I got my school schedule today, and it sucks. Oh, I'm sorry, why does it suck? Maybe you can like trade around some classes. I know at my school there was always like a grace period where if you had like really bad scheduling conflicts, you could request changes. Oh, Cookster says, hey guys, I broke some sap. How do you break sap? But Cookster, it's good to see you. I feel like that's probably a setup for a joke. And the next Cookster comment I'm gonna see is gonna be like the punchline for it. But okay, we should actually do a cross-examination, but I've missed you guys so much. Tuesday was fun with the shoot that I had to do, but I missed you guys, all of y'all. So thank y'all for being here. It's so nice to see you. Okay, so let's review his cross-examination here.
That night, I was up at the top of Mount Pony Pony, the mountain next to the inner sanctum. I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace. I know it's a no-no, but since there was no one around, I used my binoculars to spy on the right at the inner sanctum. That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger.
I'm guessing that okay, so again, I think he parachuted and I think he did see something, but I don't think it was Maya. I think he saw the vigilante dressed as Lady Kira do the stabbing, and he just assumed that must be the person who's accused. So let's press on all these statements and see where that gets us. I mean, obviously he couldn't see from the other peak because it was down low. It wouldn't be able to see over the wall that they had erected. So we know what we're gonna do, but let's just press every statement, see if new important information gets added. Hold it! Are you Every time we see Phoenix in this. Is Vero here yet? I wanna make sure that Vero is able to enjoy that fine, chiseled Phoenix cleavage. Are you sure you're not mistaken, Mr. Immis? Was it really Mount Pony Pony that you climbed?
Oh, I'm sure of it. It was a really pony-ish mountain.
What does that even mean?
I know, now that I think about it, it was a mighty fine view.
I mean, he's a very positive, endearing fellow.
I hate crowds, so I climbed up there to pray in peace.
Hold it! If you hate crowds, why bother climbing to the top? Couldn't you have just as easily prayed at the bottom of Mount Pony Pony?
Wrong, bucko! This is a once-a-year epic event. I wanted to pray as close to the actual thing as possible.
What? Oh, Wendy!
Lamau Phoenix in the Tigre Fit. Skull. Anyways, happy 37 months up, baby. Lots of big changes in my life foreign, but this stream has been one of the biggest constants in my life that I'm very grateful for. Less than 3.
Hey, I think I could say on behalf of everyone else that we're all very grateful for you, Wendy. Less than 3, which is, you know, the little heart thing. But Wendy, thank you so much. 37. That means last month was your 4th subscription baby. I can't believe that I've been like streaming long enough to have that many subscription babies. But Wendy, you gotta tell us how was the Yu-Gi-Oh tournament trip that you went to? I saw that you mentioned on Discord that you were on your way back. How was it? How was the trip? Thank you so much for re-upping the sub. You are awesome, Wendy. You're like just an amazing, wonderful friend, and we are lucky to have you here in our community. And it's always delightful having you here. You're awesome, Wendy, and I hope you know that. Thank you so much for re-upping the sub. Which reminds me, I should mention to people, if you are on mobile, this is important. If you're on mobile, I received an email from Twitch saying that they were increasing the prices of subscriptions, but they specified for mobile. So I don't know if maybe I think they're going up to like $8 now for tier 1 subscriptions. But it said like if you do it on mobile, so I'm assuming like on desktop, maybe it's cheaper. So make sure, I mean, I always appreciate the support. And believe me, I need it because I mentioned before, I had to get all new brakes on my car. And so that added like $960 to my current debt. I have 6 months to pay it off. So I appreciate any and all support, but just make sure that you're taking care of yourselves and you're not like needlessly wasting money by paying more than you absolutely have to on anything. So yeah, I don't know what the deal is on that exactly, but I got an email from Twitch saying it. Let me read a few more comments in the chat though. Mark says to Nora, oof, so sorry. Cookster says, dang, enter key. Oh, so you hit enter before it was done. I gotta see what you were saying then. Nora said, I forgot I have to bake cookies tonight. Oh no. What type? Okay, 2 questions. What type of cookies? And second question, do we get some? Do we get some cookies? I like cookies. Mark said, I might not stay because COVID sucks and I'm tired. Totally understandable, Mark. Your health and your well-being obviously takes priority over like hanging out the stream. We'd love to have you here, but I don't want it to be at the expense of your health. If you need to get some rest, if you need to get some sleep, take care of yourself, get feeling better. And it's good to see you though, and do get well. Nora says, hope you feel better soon. I've had it twice and it sucks. I feel like, okay, knock on wood, I still haven't gotten COVID, like even once. I feel like I might be the only person. It's like those zombie apocalypse movies when you're like the last survivor. It's like, I don't know how I've made it this far. Or like Squid Game, you know, and you made it to the end. It's like, I don't know. Cookster says, remember when people said, indubitably, unironically, good times. I like that word. Should I start saying indubitably, unironically? I feel like I can only say it if I'm pretending to be like a British investor in seafaring voyages in the 19th century. Actually, it'd be before the 19th century. Probably like I don't know, maybe the 15th century? I don't know how long ago. I'm gonna stop talking. But yes, Cookster, indubitably. Let me read one more comment. Malk says to Nora, thanks. This is the first time I've ever had it. Well, I hope it's a minor case of it. And again, thank you for being here. Okay, I'll read some more in a minute. We gotta keep going with this. If you're so gung-ho about it, why didn't you go pray at the Plaza of Devotion? He said he hates crowds, bro.
Like I said, I hate crowds. I wanted to pray in peace.
Oh, holy mother, why do I only get the annoying ones? I don't know if there's anyone who exists in this universe who would not be annoying when on the stand. Have we ever had like a normal witness? If we did, it must have been like at the very beginning of the first game, because I feel like they leaned into bizarre caricatures very, very quickly.
And my burning faith demanded that I climb up the mountain closest to the inner sanctum. Also... I know it's a no-no, but since there was no one around...
Hold it! Since nobody was around, there's nobody who can corroborate your actions either. Okay, that's a fair point.
Yee-ho! You're exactly right.
Ha! In that case, Mr. Immus, let me ask you this. Was there a reason you didn't want to be seen?
About that...
That's because he's the escaped convict, right? We can almost like see up into his hair. Like a little tiny bit. We can almost see his face.
About that, if you get caught climbing the surrounding mountains on the day of the rite, you can get in big trouble.
Well, you're admitting it. Are you still not gonna get in big trouble?
That's
it? I mean, I don't know, getting in trouble in this country seems like a really big deal.
Yeah, it's totally embarrassing getting yelled at when you're a grown-up.
Oh, that's all. You just get yelled at. Yeah, you're a real grown-up, all right.
And since nobody was around, I lost all inhibition and took off my clothes and started dancing around.
I'm gonna read a couple more comments in the chat because I already miss you guys. Let's see, there was the raid with Queen Katie. Crystal, this is Crystal. How you doing, Crystal? The hashtag Queen Raids. Crystal says, hey, Logan. Oh, it's gonna be another joke. Because, yeah, Crystal, Nora was doing some puns earlier, and I was saying the two of you could have a competition. You know, pun off. Said, hey, Logan, what do you call something that deals with sand? Sand. So it could be something like a desert. Maybe like a sandal pun? Sandal. Sand. Crystal says, sand deals. Sand deals. Crap, I feel like this one's going over my head. Sand deals. Sandals. Oh my gosh. It is like sandals, like you wear sandals. Sandals. Sorry it took me a second. But well done, Crystal. Nora said, did you see my two puns? Because you weren't here. Logan suggests we have a pun off. Crystal says, ooh, love the puns. Queen Katie said, that's fine. It was a very fun stream. Said, yeah, I'm a 50 gal now. You hear that? Queen Katie is 50. She's 50 now. It's like what, like 15 years away from retirement? Wow, you seemed like you were so young previously. 50 years old. Wow.
I used my binoculars to spy on the Rite at the inner sanctum.
Hold it! You had a pair of binoculars with you? Well, that's pretty convenient. You weren't planning to spy on the Rite all along, were you?
Actually, I just happened to have them for bird watching.
Well, that is fair. As we talked about last time, was it Magpie who mentioned that on the poster there was a bird that if you realize how far away that is because of its blue tint, it must be huge. So bird watching probably very popular. Bird watching, huh? I see. Okay, you know what? No further questions. You know, Your Honor, I rest my case. I am done. You're not gonna keep pressing him on this? He's sketchy as heck, but I don't really have anything I can sink my teeth into yet. Plus, Phoenix Wright is a respecter of bird watchers. Oh, okay then.
I love the great outdoors. It's just the kind of guy I am. A guy called Anonymous TBD.
I just move on, game. Just move on.
He's really starting to get on my nerves. Nick, is it okay if I murder him? I get accused so much anyway. I feel like I ought to just do it. I should get at least one. It's the system's way of apologizing for all it's put me through.
As I looked through my binoculars, I couldn't believe what was unfolding before me.
Let's see, Crystal was saying, yippee! Nora said, why didn't it work, bruh? Wait, what'd you try to do that didn't work? Quick Kitty said, also, apparently, Streamlabs died for me. It just didn't work for me. I'm sorry. I know Streamlabs can be a pain sometimes. Oh crap. Speaking of Streamlabs. Rukov isn't here yet, is he? Because I just realized I have not updated the schedule. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna kind of shift our eyes around, and I'm just gonna go over here, and I'm gonna totally not updating the schedule right now. That's totally not what I'm doing. I'm not typing in the schedule command here and bringing it up and saying that this is for the week of August 19th through 25th. That is not what I'm doing. And hang on. You're just gonna hear some keyboard clacking, but it's nothing. And we're playing Just typing this in.
TTS, you were almost a week late. Dang.
Well, to be fair, like last stream was canceled. So I feel like this is, oh, what do you know? It's right. It's right. Oh, it's so correct. You don't even have to do anything or check or verify anything that I did, but thank you very much for the TTS. Okay. Now that totally did not happen, let's play a bit more.
That's when I saw the accused stab the high priest with a dagger.
Hold it. Did you really see what you say you did?
Exclamation
Oh,
mark.
huh?
TTSQ, that moment in the movie when the character is like, guys act natural,
Yeah, guys,
and
just
they start randomly whistling.
I love that though. Here's the thing, if I was walking down the street and I saw a guy leaning up on a fence, kicking one foot up on it, looking up at the sky like this, you'd go, I'd be like, that guy's, it's not doing anything. He's not up to anything. That guy's enjoying life. I could learn a lot from that guy. So thank you very much to the TTS. I do appreciate that. Yeah, also I love how so many of Phoenix Wright's like hold it, pressings is just like really? Are you sure? No actual follow-up question, just like, come on, bro.
Are you saying I'm lying about this? Well, I'm not. It's etched permanently in this old noggin.
But I didn't do what you say I did. I didn't even get a chance to touch the dagger on the day of the ride. But if I did, I would have stabbed so many people. That's the real reason I came to this training, to get a weapon.
What do I know that? All I know is what I saw. I never even seen you before in my life. What possible reason could I have to lie?
I don't know, be an escaped convict? Arg! I didn't expect there to be any witnesses way up there.
But I don't remember doing that at all.
I know, I have a feeling the witness is lying. There has to be an inconsistency somewhere in his testimony. I should take another look at the court record. Now we know what it is. It's that he wouldn't be able to see over the wall. So it's where he says, binocular spy in the inner sanctum. Let's save before we do this, because this game does like to be mean to me. And read a couple more comments in the chat. Queen Katie said, already read that. Nora said, I did the channel point thing, and so I just wasted channel points for something that didn't even work. Hang on. Let me check to see if CloudBot is up. I'm gonna turn it off and back on. And okay, there it's off. And turn it back on. Huh, what was it that you spent the channel points on that didn't work? I'm sorry, maybe when a mod gets here, someone can refund you? Let's see. Nora said, I have gym 3rd hour. Is that bad? Is that wrong? Bubba says, hi, I was looking at Risk of Rain 2 DLC news. Anything I missed? No, Bumbo, you just in time for the game. Oh, I've never played Risk of Rain. I think the art style looks cool if it's the one I'm thinking of. So what is the DLC news? Bumbo, and how are you? Cricket said, gonna grab snackies now. Enjoy the annoying witness now, lol. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. He's very friendly. Okay, so we gotta present something here though. So let's just, to be safe, I'm assuming we're gonna post or present the poster that shows that from that angle he wouldn't be able to see over the wall. But let's look at everything just to be sure. We got the Rites guide for the Rites. That's just Maya's instructions for it. We got the May 9th newspaper from the morning. The Purification Rider reports on the weather and Lady Kira's activities, among other things. That's right, that got updated because he had to specify there was a clear day, no clouds. Cause of death was blood loss from an abdominal wound delivered by a bladed weapon. We don't even know if it was the knife from the thing. A letter we found in the inner sanctum, a giant bloodstain makes it impossible to read. Prayer flags found outside the ritual curtain. They have been sewn together to form a large banner. A curtain around the perimeter of the sanctum, isolated from the outside world. The entrance was shut tight during the ride. Okay, so this is probably what it's gonna be, because this not only shows the angle, but this shows the door was closed. So it's not the poster. It's gonna be this. Let's double check though. This is a picture of the body, lantern with a broken wind guard, Maya's statement, spring was already stained red, the threatening letter with holes on it, the arrow with the 3 stabby things, that's the poster, that's what I thought it was. Envelope that the threatening letter came in, wanted poster, who's this guy, of That's a Rebel. The plumed Punisher strap, one of a kind. Oh, and it plays the music when pressed on it. Shows where Maya and the High Priest were during the ride. Okay, so yeah, so it's gonna be the the curtain then on this one. We just saved, so we should be fine. Got it. Your Majesty! I had my doubts about this bushy, bearded witness, but now I know we can't trust him.
What? You ain't just judging me solely on my bodacious beard, are ya?
Is his beard bodacious? I know. I know Crystal in the chat seems to like shaggy fellows with long beards. Is his beard bodacious? Are all the ladies in the chat swooning whenever he does a little thing like that? The twitch of his upper lip, like right there. That was it. Did you see it? Not at all, Mr. Immis. It's much more than your sketchy appearance. It's your sketchy testimony.
His testimony, you say? That's right. Hi, everybody. I'm still here. It's me, the judge. Hey.
I'm going to read some more in the chat. Cookster says, earlier this week, I broke some guy's brakes. Was it me? Cookster, are you the reason? Because it just seemed to happen very suddenly. Crystal says, hey, Logan. Oh, here we go. Why should we knock before opening a fridge? Knock before opening a fridge. It's Colden's. Says, because there might be a salad dressing. Oh, that's really good. That's a really good pun. I like that. High five, Crystal. There is Wendy's re-up of the sub. And thank you again so much, Wendy. Nora said, I got fired my first day on the job at the bank. A lady asked me to check her balance and she complained when I tipped her over.
Oh yeah, I need to tell you about the worst thing from my stream tonight. I was muted for the first 10 minutes and I didn't notice.
Oh man, I did that one time. I totally did that one time in the very early days of stream, but well before I was affiliate, before playing Danganronpa. And you guys have seen, I've accidentally hit the mute button on this. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Hopefully someone like popped in and like let you know. At least it was only for 10 minutes. I remember I popped into someone's stream before and like, dude, are you playing without a microphone? And he was like, oh crap, what was the last hour and a half? So, and it could be worse. You got it soon, but thank you for the 10 bits. I appreciate it. And that was a good one, Nora. Sorry, for a second, I didn't realize you were telling a joke. I thought you got like fired from a job you got. But as a balance, check the balance, you tipped her over, Crystal says, wow, and then, oh, excuse me, Wendy says, wow, with little hearts. Quick 80 says, Snackies has been obtained. Cookster says, I am the comic relief of this chat, and I appreciate you, Cookster. I mentioned before, some of your commentary is among my favorite. Widow says, gasp, evil. Cookster says, and Logan's the punchline. Fair. That is fair. Okay, his testimony, you say? Yes, recall how the inner sanctum was that day. Specifically, that it was completely enclosed by the ritual curtain. Oh, by the way, Wendy, I gotta ask you, because I don't know if you're on Twitter or not. I saw the most random thing that delighted me. I know Crystal saw it because she liked and responded to it. But do you guys know Shen, the artist? He's the guy that, he used to go by the name Owlturd. He does the fun little comics. Like, he was the one that he went viral like a few years ago for a comic that a lot of people kind of made fun of, where it's like, my bike was stolen, but then I thought whoever stole it probably got more happiness out of it than I did, so hopefully the happiness of the world increased. That one was kind of like, but most of his comics are like really, really good. And I saw he posted this random thing where he said, who would win, 1 billion lions or Light Yagami with a death note? And so I thought about this, and I thought Wendy will appreciate this, because I did the math, and I thought if he could somehow write one lion's name every second, and of course, as Crystal pointed out, he'd have to like be naming them, because they don't have actual names, but assuming he could somehow write one name per second, every second, nonstop, only pausing for sleep and eat a bag of potato chips, it would take him 47 and a half years to write down 1 billion names. However, lions only live for like 15 years. So like by then, they'd all be dead anyway. So you think, oh, he could just wait it out. But the question is, can the lions breed? So if he's writing names nonstop and the lions are breeding nonstop, they can have a litter approximately every 100 to 120 days. That's their gestation period. A litter between 2 to 4 kittens on average, so let's say 3. So that would average out to 4.5 billion lions every year. And there will of course be lions that are dying in the year, but as you're adding more lions, literally billions, plural, more, then those will grow up and they will start breeding. So the moral of the story is that lion sex defeats human writing. I think the only option that, like, Yagami, he could, like, try and say, like, oh, this lion starts attacking all the other lions and starts killing them. But then with the investment of, like, writing all that extra stuff, pay off for the amount of lions you could have been killing and writing one name per second. Or he could maybe just, like, write some head of state of a nuclear power and just say, like, brings in an atomic bomb and drops it and kills all the billion lions. But that assumes that they're all, like, gathered together in one place, because you remember, he can, like, control people's actions up before they have a heart attack for, like, a certain period of time. And I'm rambling. But it amused me. I thought it was a delightful thought experiment. And also just goes to show people don't seem to realize how many a billion is. It's a lot. Anyway, oh, why, yes, I believe you're right. The curtain would have completely blocked the witness's view from Mount Pony Pony. Therefore, he couldn't possibly have seen the murder happen. Oh, Mr. Amos, have you been knowingly making false statements to this court? See, he's doing the thing like, yeah, when he was saying, I didn't realize his lips are pursed like he is whistling.
I'm like Fulbright, I can't whistle.
I got me. The witness will lower his voice. We're dystopian theocracy here. We don't care about perjury. Just don't do it again.
I didn't actually see the accused herself.
He didn't actually see the accused herself? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, maybe, I bet he's gonna say he saw her shadow, like, cast up on the side of the wall from the light from the lanterns. That's probably what he's gonna say.
Let me set the record straight, I beg ya.
That's what's gonna be. It's gonna be shadows cast on the wall. Witness testimony. The night of the murder amended. I saw their shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. Okay, so it wasn't on the wall, but it was against the curtain. I guess that makes sense. Maybe, possibly. A little shadow play. Let me read somewhere in the chat. Nora said, I don't have money anyway, so that's fine. I just want to make sure that, like, people aren't spending money that you don't have, because I always appreciate the sport with, like, subscriptions and bits and things like that. But I just want to make sure that you guys are being responsible with your stuff, you know? Wendy says, YCS, Sacramento was wild, but overall a blast. I met a lot of super nice people, even though I got cussed out on Friday, but shush, we don't talk about that. I think everybody should be allowed to be cussed out once every Friday. So I think that is well within your allotment of being cussed out. So that's so awesome. I'm glad that you had a blast and met some, like, really nice people. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm sure there were responsibilities you had to do because it was like a work trip, but it sounds like a lot of fun. Cricket said, but yeah, my stream was dope. There was much murder and witch comedy relief. Sounds like a good combination. Nora said, I still can't get a job. I can next year. Well, I guess it just depends on, like, I don't know what the laws are for jobs and things. When he said it was a lot smaller than Austin, but still a blast. Well, you know, sometimes, like, smaller events like that can be I think, just even more fun, because you get to know everybody. Like, whenever I go to Transformers conventions, they're a lot smaller than, like, San Diego Comic-Con, but you get to know a lot of people. Nora says, chocolate chip! I already promised to give cookies to one of my other Discord servers. I'll consider. Aww! We gotta compete against other servers? When he says, I think you can sneak us some. This just a little crumbly? A chunk of chipper? A little bit? Okay.
I saw their shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain. The figures were created by the light of the full moon on the clear and still night.
Okay. It was a full moon, but I'm pretty sure that's not, like, how full moon light works. I don't think it would cast light against a curtain like that. The light from the lanterns, however, might. But if there were 4 of them, I really don't know how that would work. I'm not a lanternologist.
She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused, reverse gripping in that dagger.
Except, no, you don't know who it was. It could have been anybody in there. Do we even need to, like, do it just say, like, Judge? Yeah, the silhouette. It could be anybody. Shadows? That's what you saw?
That's right. No. I could see what was going on by the shadows projected onto the ritual curtain. In the future, Mr. Amos, I would rather you offer up accurate testimony from the start. Forgive me, my main man, Mr. Magistry. Chalk it up to my fuzzy memory. Yeah.
Though he saw but shadows, it is still valuable testimony.
TTS, how can bro see a single thing with that hair? Also, where is Judge UDGEY?
Oh, that's a good point, too. I mean, because I don't know about you guys. I used to have longer hair, like back when I was younger, and it could block my vision. It was down to like here, kind of. If I pushed it away, it would totally block my vision. Now I do. Okay, what are you guys' opinion on when like anime characters are drawn and have like hair in front of one of the eyes, but they still like draw the eye with all the detail? They just don't color it in behind the hair. I actually like it. I've heard some people complain. It's like, that seems unrealistic, but I think it's good because you can sometimes kind of see things through hair if it's like not super thick or something. But his is that is thick hair. It's like a Beatles mop top gone out of control. Speaking of which, another interesting thing I saw online, somebody posted a picture. I'd never seen this before, but it was like drawings of the Beatles done by other members of the Beatles. And it was just really funny. I don't know. I found it kind of fascinating. But yeah, no, that's a very good point. And thank you very much for the TTS, Wendy. I appreciate that. You have to be kidding me. What are we going to do now, Nick? All I can think of is to look for inconsistencies between the actual Rite and what Mr. Amos says he saw.
Now then, the defense may cross-examine the witness once more.
Okay, so we're going to press the same, because I don't know if there was any contradiction between the instructions for the ritual. Maybe if we press everything, something will get added. But as always, we got to save before we do this. But I'm glad that we're like doing normal stuff, that we're not stuck just doing those seance divinations. This is like old times. This is great. All right, so save. And let's go through every one of these statements again.
I saw their shadowy silhouettes projected against the ritual curtain.
So what you saw were simply shadows?
That's right. Those shadow figures on that bright white curtain. They showed through plain as day. I could see everything that happened.
But Miss Faye and Abbott Inmee were at the top of the mountain late at night. The only light up there was coming from 4 small lanterns, yeah, on the inside of the curtains, casting light against it. Yeah, that checks out. I think it's all this talk of the full moon. Oh, that's what it's gonna be, the full moon, because I remember in the instructions, I think it says something about the full moon light. It has to be like straight up in the air, and if straight up in the air, it wouldn't cast shadows against the curtain, right? Hubba-da-hubba.
I have one. Faith in you, Logan, but just in case, I do have a bad wedding. I'ma just lay back and watch hee.
I thank you for your faith in me. It is totally misplaced, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I feel like I just remembered something you had with this full moon, so I think we're probably in good shape here. But thank you for the 10 bits. How far did we get last time? Like, I seem to recall you said that we got through maybe about halfway through the trial, or was it not even that? I can't remember, but thank you for the 10 bits. Okay, so the purification rite is a 3-part ceremony held when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. So that would seem to suggest that if it was like directly above. Oh, that's what, because Mount Pony Pony is the smaller one. And so if the moon is directly above Mount Pony Pony, if he's over there, then it would be casting the light in the other direction, right? Is that what we're going with? The direction of the moon? And also, like, it would depend on, like, what it's directly above Mount Pony Pony relative to. The moon is very far away. If you're standing on Mount Pony Pony and you look up like, wow, the moon is directly above me, and then go over to the other peak, you would also think that, wow, the moon is directly above me. That is how distances like that work. Also, we learned something just now about the Kingdom of Crane. It has to be in the tropics. It has to be between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, because if you're outside the tropics, you will never see the moon directly overhead above you. It's just not possible, because the plane of the solar system, it will not happen. So there, science. How could the shadows have been projected that clearly onto the curtain?
No wonder people harp on you lawyers. You're always so dang skeptical. The lanterns weren't the only sources of light, you know.
Again, the lanterns would make much more sense as a source of light.
The figures were created by the light of the full moon on the clear and still night.
Hold it! You claim to have seen shadowy figures that were projected onto the ritual curtain. But did you really see them, Mr. Immis? Again, it's the cross-examine or the pressing where it's just like, really? You sure, bro?
Of course I did. The bright moonlight projected them onto the curtain clear as day. I always like watching a scene out of a horror movie from my front row seat on Mount Pony Pony.
So, again, I'm suspecting that he was actually the escaped inmate and that he was parachuting down. That's how he saw it. But if maybe he parachuted down, no, because the sewn flags, because we look at the court record, it was these things, the Sanctum prayer flags that I think was what he used as a parachute. They were all sewn together, and that was like outside the ritual curtain on the ground. But if he landed there and then maybe used, if we take a look at the picture here, you see all these like strings. Maybe there's one that was connecting down to there, and he used it as like a zip line to get over there. And so maybe he did end up down here, look up and saw it, and that would say that the incident did not happen during the actual ceremony, but the timing is off from what they're claiming, which would mean that, yeah, Maya should not have been in the Lady Kira robes. Is that what we're gonna do? I don't know. Let me read some more in the chat. Cookster says, actually, now that I think about it, indubitably was popular around the 1920s with like segregation and prohibition. Not the most popular things nowadays. But I would like to think that just because segregation and prohibition were bad ideas, that saying indubitably doesn't have to be. We don't blame it just by the company it keeps.
Hey Logan.
Hey!
On my lunch break, and how are you?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Jorge? Welcome. I hope you got a good lunch. It's been a bit of a long week, but I'm doing good now. As I was mentioned before, I had the shoot on Tuesday, so I unfortunately had to cancel that stream, and I missed you guys so much. And then on Wednesday, I had to get my brakes replaced on my car. That was a $960 bill I was not expecting. Billed me, not a $960 bill. Like, oh, someone gives a dollar bill for $960. But I got 6 months to pay it off. But it's just going to be the next 6 months are going to be a little bit tighter than I expected. But at least driving isn't dangerous anymore, and so that's good. And here's the thing. Here's the way that I look at it. And I'm trying to look at it this way because I got booked for this job on Tuesday. And whenever you get an acting job, it's like that's going to be a nice chunk of money. Like not enough to like change my life, but it's like to help with things. And the car repair bill is more than I will have made off of that commercial. But I'll get paid for that commercial in about 2 months. And at that point, after I've made the first 2 payments, it will cover the rest of the breaks at that point. So even though it sucks to go, like I just got that job and I just got this paycheck and now I'm not going to be able to use it, I should be going, you know what? I should be grateful of the timing that I got that job because this expense came up and now I will be able to pay it. I won't be able to do anything fun with that money, but you know, I'm just trying to be more grateful for things and look at things the positive thing. That it's not like, crap, this thing happened that's going to take away the money I just made. It's more that, oh, thank goodness I got this money when this expense came up. But man, it's kind of hard to be that optimistic, but that's what I'm trying to do. But how is work going, Jorge? So I feel like you've been there for a couple weeks now, right? Or is it, I'm trying to remember if this was an entirely new job or if it was just that you changed the shift schedule. But if it was I think it was entirely new, wasn't it? So are you like enjoying it? Because I feel like sometimes it takes like a few weeks to really get into the swing of the things and realize either, yeah, I like this job, or, oh my gosh, this was a mistake, you know? But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. I know I said my head has been throbbing for 9 hours. Are you able to take anything for it? I feel like whenever I get a throbbing headache, like some ibuprofen helps. I'm not offering medical advice, so I don't know if that's good for you or not, but I hope you're able to take care of it. Crystal says, is Maya considered the normal one when it comes to the stand? Or never mind, maybe not. Huh? Oh my gosh!
The car.
Wow! Thank you. That'll, you know what? That covers the entirety of next month's payment. So thank you, Jorge. You did not have to do that, but I really do appreciate that.
The commercial, by the way.
Okay, I'll tell you guys about that in just a second. But first of all, and yes, thank you for that TTS. Wendy, I really appreciate that. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you. Sound alerts are working again. So whatever Nora tried to do before that didn't work is working. Thank you, Cookster. I'm not Cookster, Jorge. Weedle, why am I saying Cookster? I am just sorry. I get flustered. Is that the right word when stuff like that happens? Thank you so much, Jorge. I want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself, like, because please never spend more money than you have to spend. But thank you so much. Thank you, Jorge. You have no idea how much that is going to help. That'll be a real big help. Like that alone is like half of the extra on top of that paycheck. So that goes a long way, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Jorge. Again, Jorge, I feel like I can never thank you enough. Is there anything or do you have any requests? Should I get some food the next time I stream so that when you show up for lunch, I can mukbang for you or something?
Logan, my upcoming paycheck has 2 days of overtime. I'm okay, Lowell.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure because I do feel guilty about stuff like that. I was mentioning the whole car thing to Clam RM the other day, and he was saying, it's is there anything I can do to help? And I'm like, dude, you've helped me so much with computer stuff. I never want to be a burden for people, you know? And so thank you so much, Jorge, and thank you for these 10 bits as well. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, and Wendy asked with the TTS. I think it was when he was asking what the commercial is. So, I mean, they said there was no social media embargo, so I assume I can talk about it. Speaking of which, did you see the picture that I posted on Discord? Do I need to run and get the t-shirt?
TTS Logan, do mukbang ASMR when?
Whoa. Oh, I mean, if you guys like it, that sounds unpleasant to me, but thank you for that TTS. Okay, so what it is, thank you. There is this production company that does a lot of local commercials, and they've booked me for a few of their spots before, and they're doing it's this annual thing they're putting up on their website to basically advertise themselves and say, hey, you want to do it? We do great ads. We do these kind of things and these kind of things. Da 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 da. The main thing is because they've noticed that a lot of these clients lately in the past year have been turning to, I can't remember what they called it, influencer-styled advertisements, where instead of hiring a production company to make a commercial for them, they just contact influencers, TikTok people, for example, and just say hey, can you do this TikTok where it's sponsored and you talk about how great we are and everything. And so this is just this ad is kind of talking about how, well, I mean, here's the pluses and minuses to that, and here's what we do, and we think it's pretty great, so da 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 da. But I posted on the photography channel in Discord a part of my costume. It was the coolest wardrobe ever. It was this knockoff Ed Hardy bright pink t-shirt with a lion wearing sunglasses, aviator sunglasses, and they had this collared shirt underneath that was black with all these Las Vegas neon signs on it. And they let me keep the collared shirt. I wish I could have kept the Ed Hardy shirt. The wardrobe lady promised me, I need to send her a text because she hasn't yet. She promised me she was gonna send me a link to where she got it, because it was a knockoff. It was $12 or something. And then the next time that I have $12 to spare, I think I might get the knockoff Ed Hardy shirt because it looks so ridiculous. Although I will be more frugal because the car thing. So, but maybe 6 months from now, I'll do that. I'll get the Ed Hardy shirt. Am I saying that right? Ed Hardy? Ed Hardy. I don't know brands. But yeah, so I was supposed to play, the role I was playing was the influencer who does it, the commercials for other people, and they're well, this is what they do, but it was really fun. I'll try and track it down. It's supposed to go up next month, so I'll see if I can track it down. So there you go. So that was a long rambling answer. But yes. Let's play some more of the game. And again, thank you for the TTS to Wendy and Crystal, and thank you again, Jorge. That was so super nice of you. I really appreciate it. I just want to make sure, please never feel obligated to do that type of stuff, but I am super, super grateful, and it means the world to me, and I thank you sincerely so much. Oh, by the way, another thing, maybe I'll wait till the next time I'm done. I also, preview, I'll talk about this later. As of this past Tuesday, I've been shadow banned on TikTok again for the second time. I can only assume, I'll talk about why I think that's happening, but it's so frustrating because there's no lines of communication. It just happens. But anyway, let's play a little bit more here.
It was like watching a scene out of a horror movie with my front row seat on Mount Pony Pony.
I guess the moon does shine a bit brighter when you're way up there. Maya, do you recall how bright the moon was that day?
I remember there weren't any clouds, and the moon was definitely out. But I don't remember if it could cast any shadows.
Okay, thanks, Maya. You're no big help at all. We can't deny that the moon was really bright, which means it's possible that it was bright enough to cause shadows to appear.
I remember it like it happened.
I know he's saying that like his memory of it is accurate depiction of how it happened, but the way he says it, it's like when you say, I remember it like it happened just yesterday. He's like,
I remember it like it happened.
It did happen. Okay, how many more statements do I have to? Okay, final statement of press.
She was just a shadow, but I could tell it was the accused reverse gripping that dagger.
Hold it! Hang on! How do you know it was Ms. Faye if all you saw were shadows?
It was that little button on top of her head.
Okay, you know what? That is fair. That is fair. But hang on. When we take a look at Lady Kira, because do we have a picture of her somewhere? Wait, crap. Is that? I hate that when we try to click the zoom in, it just shows the text. I want to see the picture. Do we have a picture of Lady Kira? Does she have like a? Oh, you know what it's gonna be? Because Plume Punisher looks like Lady Kira. The person in the Lady Kira costume was actually someone wearing the Plume Punisher costume, and this feather sticking as the plume. That's what it is. So it's not Maya's bun. It's the Plume Punisher's plume.
Didn't need to see her face. That distinctive bob's a dead giveaway. Never underestimate my keen sense of observation. No, that is one funny haircut. That is, oh man, you look so dumb. You're dumb. You're a dummy murderer. Yeah.
It's not nice to make fun of a girl's hairstyle. I like my hair this way. Besides, you want to talk? You, Sasquatch.
You're not into this wild manly look I'm sporting? Shows what you know, little girl.
Dude, that little girl is almost 30. Oh, weirdo.
Yuck! Isn't there some kind of crime you can charge him with?
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. Yet. Let me read a few more comments in the chat. Let's see, where did I leave off? Cookster says, dude, I bet the guy's actually Bigfoot. Oh, look at that, because she was just saying Sasquatch. I still suspect that he is that's a rebel. I gotta make sure that my vent is still open. I wedged it open. It's already getting hot in here. Crystal says, rest at Nora. Nora with a no side. Crystal says, yes, Logan. Sandal. When he says, oh, brother, get a load of this guy. Quick 80 says, yes, the 50-year-old magical girl. Nora said, 50 years old. Wowzers. I like bird watching, says Nora. Crystal says, man, you're old, Quick 80, 50 years old. Crystal says, but Logan is ancient, 864 years old. Almost a millennium. I know. I would like to think I'm very well preserved for over 800 years old. Quick 80 with the keyboard slam. Bubba says, quote number 38. Why are we here? Just to suffer? Five Nights at Freddy's. Security breach, August 27, 2022. And crap, there's the old schedule before I fixed it. Crystal is laughing, says, knew it. When he says, oh, brother. Cookster says, this is the part where we shame him. I feel like that could apply to, like, most parts of any stream. I need a sip of water, you guys. You know, while I'm talking to you for a second, I will mention, because do any of you guys know about how those shadow bans on TikTok work? Because all I can figure is, because I haven't done anything bad, but I had that Kenji clip from Persona 3 kind of blow up. And there were all these people in the comments arguing about racism, xenophobia, and teachers grooming students. And so, like, maybe it got, like, reported because of the arguments that were in there, and TikTok was just like, this person fosters a very toxic environment, or something like that. But yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for, like, the past 3 days, I've been shadow banned again. But thank you to those of you who, after I post the videos on TikTok, at least have gone there and given a like. Extemporaneous even gave a little comment saying, Mr. TikTok, Logan isn't scary. It was really nice. It was very sweet. Okay, I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. Now he claims he only saw shadows? His testimony has sketchy written all over it.
And there must be an inconsistency in there somewhere!
Yup! That's all I got, just yup, there ought to be. Was he really watching everything from Mount Pony Pony? If so, then I should see how his testimony lines up with the conditions of the rite. So yeah, it's gotta be the fact that the moon was straight above, which again, isn't how moon science works. But we'll go with it. So it's gonna be this one, created by the light of the full moon on the clear and still night. Let's save, save, save. And then we will present Maya's diary. Present Maya's diary. Ah! You saw silhouettes projected by the moonlight? Sorry, but that is just not possible.
What do you mean? How is it not possible that it was totally possible? That's impossible. That's Kim possible. And her sidekick, Ron Stoppable. Oh, I was so excited when they started dating toward the end of the series.
I think I'm gonna need a logical ease translation on that. Let's take a look at this rites guide, shall we, Mr. Immis? The rite is held, quote, when the moon is directly over the summit of Mount Pony Pony. Oh, maybe that's what it is. It's not the directly above it. It's that from the perspective of the ritual site, is that you see it like past Pony Pony. There's Mount Pony Pony, and it's past there. So in that case, the light would be reflecting onto the outside of the curtain. That makes so much more sense. Okay.
Doot, 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 doot.
So if the moon was shining from the west, any shadows would have been cast eastward. But Mr. Immis was standing to the west of the inner sanctum on Mount Pony Pony. Whoa! Holy Mother! That's right. Our witness here couldn't have seen any shadowy figures on that curtain!
No.
Way! Well, perhaps it was the sacred flames of the lanterns that cast the shadows he saw. I'm afraid not. I inspected them during my investigation, but the flames were too small to cast the crisp, distinct figures Mr. Immis claims to have seen.
But I did see the silhouettes, really. So there. Case closed.
But how could he, Nick?
Maybe he was someplace where they were visible? Wait, don't tell me! Yeah, he was on the other side of it. It's on the other side, so he was on the mountain. And yeah, where the thing was a parachute. We got it, we totally got this. I gotta read some more in the chat. Also, I need some more sips of water. I don't know, I'm getting so thirsty already tonight. Nora says, that's crazy. I was just about to ask if Logan ever played FNAF on stream. Yeah, I played Security Breach and its DLC, and then this past Halloween, I played the first couple of FNAF games. I didn't beat any of them. I think I got to like the last night on the first game. So I did pretty well, I would think. But yeah, Nora says because of the quote. When he said, bro is 10 days late. Quick Kitty says, shake my head. Cookster says, foghorn sound effect. Crystal says, oh yeah, on the schedule, I know. Crystal says, hey Logan, oh here we go, what's faster? Hot or cold? Dang it, where are you, I feel like I know so many jokes and puns and riddles, but where are you getting these? I'm not sure, what? Crystal says, hot, cause you can catch a cold. Oh, that's good. Oh, that is good, Crystal. Where are you getting these from? Actually, maybe you shouldn't tell me, cause then I could always get it from the source. If you're selling milk, don't tell me where your cow is at. Let's see. Quick Kitty said, you're welcome for the reminder. Lol. Nora says, I can catch a hot too. I've never caught a hot. That's just me though. Quick Kitty said, okay, but I literally did that before I rated you. Everyone was like, I wonder who did it. And I whistled ASAP. Lol. What, you mean your character in the game or like you as the streamer? When he said, yeah, for sure, bro is just chilling. Definitely not suspicious at all. Cookster says, guy.
TTS, I told you, Logan, I get these jokes from my database.
That's right. But I don't know if that's like just from your dad or if that's just what you call your source because they're like dad jokes. I'll assume your dad. If it's from your dad, I want to meet your dad because he sounds like a delightful fellow. But thank you very much for the TTS. I appreciate that. And Cookster says, guys, act natural. Backflips. Have you guys seen? I saw a clip somebody posted. It was from like one of the various Kamen Rider shows in Japan with the Bahala.
The in-game characters were wondering who did an oopsie and I. The stream whistled because I knew the truth. It was funny.
There we go. That's what I like. See, that is the type of streaming content that I appreciate. So thank you very much, Queen Katie, and well done. Well done. But yeah, like I was saying to Cookster with the whole act naturally backflips. I remember I saw this clip. It was from, I think it was from one of like the Kamen Rider type of shows in Japan. And I guess I think the caption was saying something about how that the actor, who, you know, they also do like the stunts and everything, he could do a standing backflip. And so I guess the director was just telling him, it's like, yeah, anytime you want to add one in, do it. And he was just having this dramatic moment where he's talking to somebody. I don't know what they're saying. It was in Japanese, but it seemed very serious and very dramatic. And he says a thing, and then he suddenly does a backflip and then walks out. Carissarella! Rated with a party of 3. Welcome, Carissarella. I don't think we have any of our mods here right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do a shout out. Unless one of the mods came in and I just haven't gotten to that. Let me do a shout out for you, Carissarella. How's your stream? Let's check out a clip from Carissarella.
I need a play! Where are we?
Wait.
What is happening?
This is that cooking game. You were in a hot air balloon?
We just continue. Like, we just have full-ass trauma right now.
What was that? I've seen people play this game, and I've never seen stuff like that. But thank you very much. Here, let me scroll down really quickly to the raid and say hi to the raiders. Hi, raiders. Excuse me. I know that like several of the people with Carissarella's community have been here like a number of times before, but if there are any new people, just let every new person know 2 things. Number 1, our schedule. We stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, and Persona 3 Reload. And I do read every comment in chat. I just sometimes get behind. I feel like I'm about a half hour behind right now, but I'm just gonna scroll down to where the raid is and say hi to everybody. And yep, there we have Magpies, and Carissarella's chaotic community is raiding through. Carissarella saying Carissa's chaotic community is raiding through. Quickity said, y'all welcome raiders. Carissarella says, hiya. Nora says, welcome raiders. Carissarella says, oh my gosh, your custom raid alert is so cute, isn't it? Okay, it was a dude. What it is? Okay, you guys, I don't know. Do you guys remember? Hang on, I gotta clear my throat. So weird, I don't know why, but okay, so you guys have met Uki the Frog. It's been a while since the last time he was in here, but he pops in periodically. He's an IRL friend of mine. He's twin brothers with another artist, because Uki's an artist, and the other guy, Daimuch, is an artist as well. And he's just, Daimuch, Josh, he's one of my absolute favorite people on the entire planet. He's amazing, and just incredibly talented. And I get to hang out with him sometimes, like conventions and things like that. And there was one time well, no, that even wasn't a drawing convention. That's right, that drawing, he drew a picture it was just for my birthday. It was my birthday online, and he just drew this little picture. It was like a little 2 or 3 panel comic book that it was like joking about me being like an action movie star. And it was like, Logan in action movie or something like that. And one of them was a shot of me holding like an obvious squirt gun. And so I just took it, slapped some colors on it, and popped that as the raid alert thing. But he's the best. He's amazing. So anyway, that's what it is. I'm glad that you like it. Josh's art is just, it is phenomenal. Let's see, Magpie said, what I miss, homies. Okay, so we, thankfully, last time we did all of the divination seance. Now we've been cross-examining the witness Anonymous TBD. I still suspect that that's a rebel. He's the rebel. And his location to be able to witness this doesn't make sense. And I'm thinking it's because that he actually parachuted down, because in fact, here, I'll show you guys again. In the court record, we saw this. A bunch of Sanctum prayer flags that were sewn together. I think he was like smuggling them into the prison where he was and made this parachute. And when he did his prison escape at the top of the mountain, he parachuted down to the inner sanctum, which is where the Rite was being held. And so that's what I think his whole thing is. But yeah, so that not much actually. We're an hour into stream and really nothing has happened. Let's see, Cookster says more for the hive. Magpie with the time check. I'll try to check the time check again when I get down to it. Chrisarel says, yes, they have maps that move. It's so bizarre. I mean, it's fun looking though. Says, just humble cooking, and then they drop you in another map and are like, I know you're already stressed, but keep cooking. Crickety said, not much. We're cross-examining Larry 2.0, but Logan is doing so good. Oh, thank you. I haven't messed up yet. Knock on wood. And Chris Arella said he got most of it, so I believe in him, which you should never do. I am not an advocate of believing in me. But again, Chris Arella, thank you for your raid. Let me check. What did it say that you were playing tonight? Wait, hang on. When I did the shout out, why didn't it show? Usually it says what you were playing. Some of my alerts seem to be down, and I don't know why. So I'm sorry about that, but what were you playing tonight, if you don't mind me asking? See, Chris Arella says, yeah, of course. Ghost Trick! Oh, Ghost Trick! That was a fun game. Is this your first time playing it? Are you enjoying it? Quickgator said, weird. Chris Arella said, don't worry, my sound alerts were down. So maybe it's not just me then. Crystal says, Magpie says, Chris's sound alerts were out today too. Chris Arella said, yeah, it's really fun. It was a good game. I was so sad that like more people didn't seem to want to watch it when I was playing it. Cause it's like, and I get that like popular games will have lots of people want to watch it, but it was a gem. And I feel like that's when Queen Katie was Ghost Trick when you started watching on a regular basis. I'm trying to remember. I know that those games always like, they attract the quality people, I would say. Okay, so let's play some more. I'll scroll back up to where I left off. But thank you again for the raid. I hope your stream was a lot of fun. I really appreciate you popping in. I appreciate that you've trusted me with your community members like so many times. It means a lot to me. And for those who haven't already, go give Carissa Arella a follow. She's delightful. Okay, wait, don't tell me. Your Majesty! Mr. Amos really did. If Mr. Amos really did see those shadows, it brings a brand new fact to light. Are we gonna narc on him? Are we gonna say that he's the escaped prisoner? Is he gonna get arrested again? Because in a country like this, they might execute him on the spot for being breaking out of prison or something. And that would be the brand new fact that comes to light if Mr. Amos really did see those shadows is he didn't see them, or no, he was somewhere else. Oh crap, I should say first in case I'm wrong. There we go, he wasn't where he claimed to be at the time of the murder. Dude. Oh, then where do you propose the witness was? Someplace where he could have seen the shadow figures, naturally. Wait! You mean he really did see me do the murder? Nick, you should not be helping people who are saying they saw me kill someone. Just discredit his testimony and move on. What is wrong with you? See, he's over here. Sadly, though, I can't remember where it was we saw that, like, parachuted prayer flags, if it was on this side or the other side. I'm going to assume it was on this side, then. None of the mountains east of the inner sanctum are close enough for a good view. That leaves only one place he could have clearly seen the shadows from. And where might that be? This is where Mr. Amos was at the time of the murder. The Plaza of Devotion, High Priest on the inner sanctum! Ha! Mr. Amos was at the inner sanctum just outside the curtain on the east side. That's the only place from which he could have seen the shadowy figures. Oh! Ha! Really? Wow! I didn't even think of that. I guess he saw me do a murder. Wasn't the inner sanctum off limits to all but the victim and the accused? And the third party who was there, oh crap, are we gonna suspect Anonymous as the third party who did the murder? I get the feeling that's a subject Prosecutor Sadmati would rather not touch right now. He's actually distracted thinking about Emma Skye. He's thinking about kissing her. Ew, that's how you get cooties. You mean? Ha! That's right! This witness was at the scene of the crime! So are we gonna say that means that he doesn't have an alibi and he could have been the murderer? Or are we gonna say that means that it wasn't completely closed off and there could have been who knows how many other people there? Which means, hey, no! That's a rebel. Which means he is the mysterious third party we saw during the divination seance. I mean, I guess he might have been in the Lady Kira robes, but I mean, he definitely isn't the murderer. He could be the one who dressed as Lady Kira and killed the high priest. Googa? Oh, what did he say? What? Hub, you're moving too fast without me, courtroom. No one but the two participants were allowed anywhere near the inner sanctum. And the only way up there are the stairs that start down at the Plaza of Devotion. So tell me, how do you propose the witness entered that sacred place with a parachute from the prison? Let me have a sip of water and read some more comments in the chat. Let's see. Crystal says, unnatural, turns into a fairy. Crystal says, hey, Logan, why is 69 afraid of 70? See, okay, I know I've heard this because, like, you know, it's why 6 afraid of 7, because 7, 8, 9. It's afraid of 70 because, I give up. Why? And when he said, I do not like Maya's 3D side profile, I know, I wish they would have just said she was an adult the last time we saw her. We didn't have to change her this much because she looks kind of weird now. Crystal says, because they fought and 71. That's really good. It's better than the last time I heard someone do one of those jokes, which was like, why is 9 wait, no. No, something about being afraid of 10 or why you don't want to be 10 is because 10 was like in the middle of 9/11 or something like that. It's like, that is not what you expect out of a sweet, innocent numbers joke. Nora said, I've never heard that one. That's good. Crystal, Katie with a keyboard slam. It's tough when we have people whose names both start with a K sound. Nora said, I for real said, because 69 hates 70. Crystal's laughing. Nora said, it was choose an emote to unlock. Oh, I'm sorry that didn't work. Yeah, something's down right now. I don't know what it is then. Greek said, oh, my cloudbot was off this whole time. Wow. Well, I checked mine. Mine is back on now, but I don't know how to fix stuff directly through Twitch because, like, the unlock an emote is directly through Twitch. Hang on. No, actually, that wouldn't do it, though. It just should be done by Twitch, so I don't know. Crystal says, oh. Bubba says, oops. Crystal said, didn't even notice during the stream. When he said, gonna grab Oreos, BRB. Here's the thing that gets me is that now I have to ask what type of Oreos. I feel like when I was, like, little, it was just Oreos. Now they got all kind of different flavors and junk. I actually like the kind of white cookie ones. I love chocolate, but like Oreo cookie chocolate is not good chocolate. Anyway, let's play a little more. Hope you're enjoying your cookies, Wendy. So tell me, how do you propose the witness entered that sacred place? Oh, he must have, I haven't thought that far ahead. The sanctum has sheer cliffs on 3 sides and a steep towering rock face on the other. Ooh, no one could have made it there by climbing the faces of those cliffs. His Majesty speaks true. To say Mr. Imus was at such an inaccessible location is but a bid to tarnish his credibility. Well, then how do you explain it, bro? We already explained that his testimony is impossible otherwise. Is that not right? I mean, him, like, saying that he couldn't have been there damages his testimony's credibility more than this.
Right, I wasn't at the inner sanctum. No, sir, no how. At least I'm pretty sure I wasn't. If I say I'm pretty sure, that means it's not technically perjury. Crap, but does me saying it's not technically perjury, is that the same as admitting I'm lying? I'm pretty sure I didn't admit I'm lying.
Hold it! Then what about those silhouettes you claim to have seen?
I'm starting to think I've been imagining things here.
What? This is insane!
Hubbub. I knew we couldn't trust that lawyer.
Trust the lawyer, don't trust the witness!
He's trying to frame the witness.
How did they get that conclusion?
Peace, I say!
This is impossible! Unless I can show how he got to the inner sanctum, it just looks like I'm trying to slander Mr. Imus! I believe in you, Nick! Rah! Sis boom ba! Fight, Phoenix Rite! Ha!
Just look at the accused. Has she no shame? She thinks she's a cheerleader.
What's your problem, lady? Phoenix Rite is very trustworthy! I'll have you know that! And if you don't believe me, I will kill you! I'll murder you right now because I am not a murderer! Wait. Crap.
She's got some nerve for a criminal. I bet that lawyer poisoned her mind.
Please, Maya, you're only making it worse. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but it's probably best to keep it to yourself for now. I would advise the defense to think carefully before making any other sudden outbursts. Yes, Your Majesty. If I wasn't the bad guy before, I definitely am now. Now, Mr. Imus, I would like you to think back carefully.
before you testify next about where you were that night. How many cross-examinations do we gotta do with this guy? I'll read some more comments in the chat now. Quick said, guess I'm adding a new note to my checklist. Law, wait, what's the new note? I missed that. What was the new note? Crystal says, get 'em Oreos, Wendy. Quick said, yeah. I thought, oh, your checklist for streaming to like check the sound alerts. Quick said, yeah, I thought it was just me because I checked Streamlabs when my quotes wasn't working, but apparently I was blind, lol. It was supposed to have a timer to be like, yo, ad quotes are a thing. Nora says, bodacious. No! Let's see, Crystal says, I can't see his eyes, so that's a pass for me. Okay, so here's the question then, Crystal. If you had to choose between, because like if we take a look at the court record, the picture I suspect is of him, this guy. Oh, we don't see the picture. That's him without a beard. Pretend he's not as mean looking, but just like that type of hair, a little tiny, not even scruff. Let's say he's completely clean shaven. If you had to choose between a guy, you can see his eyes, but no beard, or he has a beard, glorious beard, but can't see his eyes. Who do you pick? Nora said, I can confirm. No. Now I'm going to be knocking before opening a fridge. Thanks a lot, because salad dressing? Crystal said, laughing, I didn't even notice that joke. Keyboard slam. Cool Kid said, I was like recapping and stuff, only noticed because I was paranoid, lol. Crystal says, laughing, says, oh, that tweet. Oh yeah, the one about the lions and Death Note. Okay, let's keep going. Before you testify next about where you were that night. But I feel like we're making good time. We are an hour and 17 minutes into the stream, and this is our third cross-examination. We are zipping through this trial. We're killing it. Just like Maya killed that man. I'm sorry, but she is guilty this time. I wasn't at the inner sanctum.
I was never at the inner sanctum, I tell ya. That much I'm sure of. What?
I already said it in chat, but might as well cheer it low. This dude has 4 cross-examinations in total in this trial. This is the second to last one.
TTS, but his hair isn't long enough here. Should have at least Gale-sized hair ZDG hype.
Okay, well, first of all, thank you, Queen Katie, for the 10 bits and for the information. That means that we got this one and then one more cross-examination. And you said that this dude has 4 cross-examinations in total, and this trial is the second to last one. So, I mean, I don't know if that means second to last witness or second to last cross-examination. So I think we can get through the trial tonight. Get back the investigation, which actually makes me sad. I prefer playing the trials. I feel like the trials are a bit more fun than the investigations. I almost wish that you could just cut to the trial and say like, all right, here's what you found. Here's all your evidence. Go for it now. But thank you for the 10 bits. And Crystal was saying, but his hair isn't long enough here. Should have at least. So, okay, so here's what?
In this trial, we're so close.
Okay, yeah, so we're going to wrap up the trial tonight. We're gonna make progress, which is normally unthinkable in this stream. But thank you very much for the 10 bits again. I appreciate that. And so Crystal, okay, so super long Gale length hair, but you cannot see his eyes. Or short hair, no beard, but you can see his eyes. We gotta make this as difficult as possible for you,
That much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory. Besides, it would have been impossible to get there in the first place.
Okay, so that's where we're obviously going to present the sewn together prayer flags and claim it's a parachute.
Boy, you lawyers sure are scary.
I guess it might have been impossible for him to get to the inner sanctum like he claims, but... Now, will you desist in trying to frame this innocent witness?
Yeah, I'd like to see you explain how he got up there.
I'd like to think it's just one person in the gallery shouting all this stuff. Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations? But again, here's the thing. If we want to claim he wasn't on the east side of the curtains, then he didn't see what he claimed he saw. Like, that completely destroys all his credibility. It doesn't implicate him in the crime of going up into an area that he wasn't allowed to go in, which is fine. I don't think we should narc on nice people. Especially when they're also guilty of other stuff like escaping from prison. But, like, what is Sadmati trying to do? Because if he wins this dispute, then, like, his testimony completely evaporates. And then the prosecution has nothing.
Mr. Wright, is it not time to end these cross-examinations?
Gotta wait for the butterfly. Can't talk until the butterfly lands. Quote, a moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. Is that like where you making one mistake can like ruin your life? Is that the type of thing that's happening here? Cookster says, but oh look, that's a lot of lines. That's what I'm saying, like 1 billion is so much more than people realize. Crystal says, hey Logan, oh, here we go, another joke. What does the drummer call his twin daughters? What a drum noise? Badum. Tss. A drummer calls twin. What are the words for the sticks that? I don't know. Let's see. Crystal says, and a 1 and a 2. Oh my gosh, that is really good. Okay, that is a really good one. And a 1 and a 2. Holy cow, that is so good. Nora says, love it. What he says, the thumbs up sprite is so funny. I'm liking this guy's attitude. And you know, maybe the rebels aren't such bad people in this game. Actually, they're probably all murderers and monsters. I really don't know. Let's see, Crystal says, Mr. Immis broke the oath, execute him. Crystal says, me good. When he said TT, oh, that was read by TTS. Let's see, Queegator said, what makes shadows accrute? When he says, where? My homophones are getting mixed up tonight. Shake my head. Oh, the sprite, and the where. Let's see, Nora said 20. I'm sobbing. I read that as homophobes. Crystal says, with the power of friendship. Nora said, I forgot what homophones are. Well, I always get homophones and homonyms mixed up. I think one is like a subset of the other. I believe homonyms are like a subgroup of homophones. I think homophones are like any word that is like two types, like words that are spelled the same but pronounced differently, or pronounced the same but spelled differently. I think homophones are one of those, the ones that sound the same. Blushes. Accurate. Wait, crap, now I gotta scroll back up to what was accurate. What was accurate that I said? On the homonyms? Was that what was accurate? Oh, what makes shadows accurate as opposed to accrute? Accrute. I would imagine that, like, it has to do with the light source? Like Phoenix was saying, crisp shadows or something? I don't know, I feel like this is the type of thing that we would have to, like, go up there and test. Which would also be hard to do because, like, the moon won't necessarily be in the same spot the next night, but we can wait till it's in a pretty close position. But yes, thank you very much for the 10 bits. Accrute, indeed. Let's see. Cookster says, a collection. Chris says, now I want to say homophobes. That's different than homophobes. Quickator said, fair, I guess. Cookster says, yes, look at my collection of homophobes. Cookster says, they're like hung up in a closet with coat hangers. You scroll through them. And Nora says, real. And when he says, laughing. Okay, let's play some game. See, I feel like no matter how frustrating this game gets, I can always look to the chat and just be entertained by the goofy stuff that you guys are talking about. I'll really appreciate it. Let me have a sip of water here. A moment of desperation leads to 100 million years of torment. It means that for each moment a sinner spends struggling to deny their sins, 100 million years of torment are added to their time in heck. I feel like we could broaden that out to just say, like, a moment's mistake could ruin your life for a long time. Crainism is the strictest religion ever! And just so you know, you've already accrued 200 million extra years. Plus 5 they started with, that's 700. Wow! Million years of torment. That went too fast for me to do the math. Sure, what's another 200 million, give or take? Well, it's a big deal to me, Maya. I can't keep saying that the witness was there at the inner sanctum if I can't prove it. The problem is, how am I gonna do that? With our evidence. Okay, here we go. We'll save before the cross-examination. We'll press on everything, and then it's gonna be the statement where he says it was impossible or whatever, or like show me how I did it. We'll show the parachute. I wasn't at the inner sanctum. Look at him doing his little doot. Also, I just noticed that while he's doing the doot, like his beard is on his lips. I don't know about you guys, like any other men in the stream that have like grown out facial hair. It does not grow on your lips. I'm just putting that out there. That is some type of a medical issue. I think he might have like, what's it called, lycanthropy or something like that. Let's save and let's press all the statements here. Okay, so. I was never at the inner sanctum, I tell ya. Hold it! Are you sure you weren't? Again, with this round, it's like, you sure, bro?
I'm sure, all I'm sure of is that you're deeply skeptical. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. Hey, are all lawyers always like this?
Most certainly. They always try to pin crimes on innocent witnesses without any proof whatsoever. They are no better than bacteria or viruses.
Yikes! You mean he's contagious? Oh, he's gonna give me lawyeritis. See, names where you just take a word and put itis at the end are dumb. Like if there was a disease that was incurable and you said incuritis, oh, that would be the dumbest thing.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous.
Agam. Whew, that was a close one. He almost put me there at the scene of the crime when I wasn't even there. Agam. Dude. That much I'm sure of, even with the fuzzy memory. Hold it!
Ah! You just said your memory was fuzzy.
I sure did. Because I am honest. What's the big deal?
I'll tell you what. Your testimony isn't very credible if your memory of events is fuzzy.
Oh, no worries there. It's a very soft fuzz. Do you want to touch it? Do you want to touch my soft brain fuzz? My memory may be fuzzy, but I'm very clear on one thing.
Oh, here we go again.
If you ask me whether or not I remember what I did that night, I'd say I do.
In short, you are confident that your testimony is true.
Is that correct, Mr. Immus? I guess you don't gotta get to be a judge for nothing.
Just letting you know lurk is not working.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna check Streamlabs again, and well, okay, I turned it on. It is down. Again, I had rebooted it and it was on. It is off now. There we go. Okay, I don't know how that happened. I literally turned it on. Apparently it crashed. So thank you very much for the 10 bits. Try it now and see if that works. Let me look down the bottom of the chat. Oh, there we go. It's working. Thank you very much for the heads up. That must be why when we did the shout out for Carisarella, it didn't say what game she was playing. Okay, so thank you. Sorry that the bot has been down. Let me have a sip of water.
I don't know why I'm so thirsty tonight. It's just hot in here.
I think I might have gotten like somewhat sunburned. Like when we did the shoot, I tried to stay in the shade, but like my arm freckles. Let me see. Can I show you like my? See, like how dark they got. And like if I were to roll up my sleeve, which I won't because I'm very self-conscious of my body, you can see it's like super, super pale up here, but then just dark, dark freckles. Anyway, I should read some more in the chat before we get back into the game. I've been neglecting y'all. I'm sure I'm way behind. Let's see. Quiggy said, not halfway. This dude is behind and is including ones you already did 4 cross-examinations to fill up the guide page for this trial, but I still have faith in you. So we're getting close. Quiggy said, if we go through this smoothly, we might do more investigation this stream, ? And there was Jorge with the big bits. Jorge, I'm sure that your break is already over and you already left, but thank you again. You're amazing, Jorge. When he said, aw, hard, Nora with a gasp. Quiggy says, whoa. Nora said, how much is that? Weedla's like, by gosh. But yeah, that's 10,000 bits is $100. Actually, Quiggy said, 10 bits was a dime. Cooksha says, works. Crystal said, bro is flabbergasted. Cooksha says, you see, I'm very prevalent in his mind. Quiggy said, is that $100? Cookster says, I haunt him like a specter. You know what? Yeah, you do. But here's the thing, Cookster. And I'll open this up to anybody. Like, if you were haunted by a ghost who was like pretty chill and you're friends with, would that really be such a bad thing? I remember in Persona 3, I was floating my theory very early on briefly that Fuka was secretly a ghost girl. And I'm gonna be honest, Fuka she's delightful. If it turned out she was a ghost, protagonist should totally let her haunt him. She's fun, she's great. Let's see, Quiggy said, I did math. Nora said, that's $100? Wow, Cook says, $100? Nora said, that's like 180 more than I have. Wait, how is 100? 180 more. Are you 80 and dead? Crystal says, oh, dang. Widow said, Daddy's a mood. When he said, not the mukbang, laughing. Crystal says, laughing. Okay, let's play a little bit more.
Guess you don't get to be a judge for nothing. So in closing, I can clearly say that I was totally not there. Mic drop. Peace out. Hey. Besides, it would have been impossible to get up there in the first place.
So this is the statement we're going to present the sewn together prayer flags as a parachute. Although it isn't like evidence, it just kind of shows that this could be. But let's still press this and the next statement in case we get any more content or information that we might need. Hold it! I wonder if it really was impossible for you to get to the inner sanctum. If you have something to say, just say it. Couldn't there have been another way to get there? A way that wouldn't attract attention?
No, there isn't.
Oh, which means there is.
Perhaps the defense would share its theory with us.
I don't even have a wild guess, let alone a theory, though. Time to reach into my bag of bluffs. To reach the... Oh, okay, so we don't get to press the next statement. Crap. I wanted to see what happens when we press it when he says lawyers are scary. So we're gonna save, and we'll save over the next one. Crap, I think this might be the last of the Betty Defame saves. I miss Betty Defame. She was so much nicer than this man. Well, actually, no, she wasn't. She was technically mean, but she was like a fun mean. He fell from the sky. Maybe you fell from the sky?
The lawyer thinks he's a comedian now.
I was wondering what crazy theory you would propose next. Well, defense, let's hear it. Mr. Immis could have, parachuted to sea. We already know the weather was clear and there was no wind to speak of. Perfect weather for skydiving, I'd say. Now that you have been backed into a corner, your delusions grow even more delusional. The inner sanctum is on a tiny ledge upon a sheer cliff over 2,000 meters tall. One misstep, a skydiver would soon find themselves in the Twilight Realm. I'm sorry, anytime he says Twilight Realm, I can't not think of Yu-Gi-Oh! In the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, oh, I don't care how still the wind was. Even I couldn't have made that jump.
Wait, what is this building on top of Sacred Mountain? Dude, we already know that. It's the prison. The prison that a guy escaped from, who is on the lam and probably has a long beard. That is Royal Penitentiary number 4. All right, Princess Rafa mentioned there was a prison up there. How do you get your prisoners up there anyway? By helicopter, but only with authorization from the Minister of Justice. He is the only one who can approve flights that pass over the inner sanctum. Mountain range poster updated in the court rack. Okay, so it's good that we did that. We got new information. So wait, why is it updated? Poster in the photograph of the entire inner sanctum and Mount Pony Pony area. Yeah, what got updated there? I'm assuming it just is going to be information talking about the helicopter or something like that. Oh, now we just have this picture. We're probably gonna have to point out something on that later. Might I also add, defense, that no parachute or any other equipment necessary for skydiving have been found.
Are you saying I flew down there by flapping my arms? I may be an incredible dude, but even I'm not capable of that.
Arg! Well, please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Immis. Oh, so here, this is where we're gonna get the parachute thing.
It's not like I can fly through the air either.
Okay, so we'll press this in a minute, just in case it forces us to present something. I want to see what happens when we press this.
Boy, you lawyers sure are scary.
Hold it! Now hold on! Lawyers aren't scary. I mean, Franziska von Karma was. And Manfred von Karma. And I'm gonna be honest, Godot was scary. And Christoph Gavin, when he had his breakdown and he looked like he was possessed, he was scary. Edgeworth can be scary, but it's in a way that Papa Nick likes.
But you're saying I was at the inner sanctum when I wasn't. What the
He says wearing the suit of an famously scary man, a certain tiger.
That is true. But Phoenix has a much nicer facial expression. Now, if he was doing this, then he'd be so scary. Then this game would have an M rating, just like Dual Destinies did, but for just scary imagery, for nightmare fuel that you would not be able to escape. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, Queen Katie. I appreciate that. Let me read a few more comments in the chat, though. Nora said, coming from a child who has debt, who can't get debt, but has Squishmallow debt. That's what it is. I have never had a Squishmallow. My nephew has a couple of them. They're soft. Jorge says, everyone toss him some dimes. We can get another 100 this stream easy. That would be a lot of dimes. But again, Jorge, if you can somehow hear this, if you're watching the VOD, thank you again so much. So the lunch is coming to a close. I'll see you tomorrow. Same gamer time, same gamer place. Have a good rest of the stream, y'all. Thank you again so much, Jorge. Have an awesome day at work. Nora said, what is shadow banning? I've always wondered. Okay, so shadow banning is when it's usually a social media platform will not actually ban you, because if you get banned, like your account gets deleted or deactivated or depending on, the thing. But shadow banning is where it's like, you know what, we're not gonna actually ban you. We're just gonna make it so that nobody can actually see your stuff. So for TikTok, it'd be like your videos just won't show up on the For You page, for example. And so like people just won't see them. And it just makes it so much harder. Like, I know that, I don't know if, I think Twitter might not shadow ban anymore now. I think they do a weird thing where they just have like degrees of visibility based on your like subscription status, but they used to do things where you would not show up in search suggestions. If they tried to type your name into the search bar, it wouldn't be in the drop down. Like you would have to actually manually type in the whole thing and hit enter to get it. And yeah, it's a way of like saying, we don't like you, but we don't want to lose your business. Not that we're actually business. On social media platforms, we're the product. We're not business. But it's like, we don't want you to leave, so we want you to stay here. So we're not going to delete your account because you haven't like broken any rules. But something about you we don't like. And so we're going to just arbitrarily decide that nobody should be allowed to see your stuff for a while. And it sucks because the lack of communication, because it's called shadow banning, because they notoriously never tell you this stuff. And as much as I've liked the visibility boost that I've gotten over the past couple of years on TikTok, they are really bad at just communication in general. So, yeah. Cookster says, they silence your videos from appearing in the algorithm. See, that's a much more concise way of saying it. Nora says, Cookster says, or they just kill you. Either works. Nora said, understandable. I can't believe Maya is a whole adult. I know, it's crazy. She used to be just a little thing. I says, yep, I'm in the venge today. Oh! Quick Kitty said, dang it, Logan, now I want to rewatch Kim Possible. Is that such a bad thing? I've not actually seen the whole series Kim Possible. I remember when it was on, I would just like, when was the last time it was on? I remember there was a time when it was on. I would just like periodically catch episodes. The one thing that weirded me out is that like, I remember I would catch some episodes like, this is a pretty fun show. And then I watched like some from the very start of the series, and the actor who plays Ron Stoppable, his voice at the beginning of the series versus the end of the series sounds like so completely different. It really just evolved, I guess. Let me have a sip of water and we'll play some more of the game. Okay, here we go.
But you're saying I was at the inner sanctum when I wasn't. Anyone who tried to frame an innocent man like that is scary in my book.
Oh, look at this!
Lawyers are scary. Lawyers are scary. It's a setup. It's definitely a setup.
I'm not trying to set anyone up. Also, where'd Maya go? In that pan around, she was just gone. I think she fled. I think she has lost all faith in Phoenix and she's just gone. I'm gonna provide evidence and explain exactly how it was done.
The gallery speaks true. They know the depth of a lawyer's sin and the poverty of his virtue.
There may be some bad apples, but we're not all like that, you know? Don't worry, Niak! I'll still root for you, no matter how morally bankrupt you become. Maya always keeping it real. Thanks a bunch, Maya. Mr. Immis wasn't at the inner sanctum? Or more precisely, couldn't get there? Thinking is hard! I don't see a way out of this. Yeah, these kinds of debates only get worse if you argue them the wrong way. I'll have to pry some conclusive testimony out of him and then present some evidence.
Like when you're trying to catch frogs from a pond.
What?
Once you got a grip on one, oh, you better hold on tight.
Right? Something like that. What? Okay, so now we go to that second to last statement. We're gonna press it just to make sure there's nothing new, and then we'll present the parachute as the evidence, right? Okay.
It's not like I can fly through the air either.
And I'm just so glad that we pressed that, because the statement that this statement branched off from, we should have been able to present the parachute for. And if I had done that, I would have lost hit points. Bullcrap. You wouldn't need to flap your arms if you had some gear. As I have already stated, nothing of the sort was found in or around the scene of the crime.
I'd sure like to see some of that so-called gear you're talking about.
I know, but was there really nothing like that at the inner sanctum? What if there was something that could have been used as a parachute? I should give the evidence another look.
You continue to claim that the witness was at the inner sanctum. Oh, yet said claim shall remain but a claim without any supporting evidence, Mr. Wright.
Side note, my favorite word to say as Judge Udgy is the word claim. Because in my mind, this voice is like an 1840s claim jumper. Yes, I realize that, Your Majesty. If I can't find any inconsistencies, I guess I can always try to elicit some more testimony. That's what we just did, bro. Okay, so let's go back. We're gonna save before we do this, but we should be able to present the parachute, right? To this made out of the sewn together prayer flags. And okay, so we want to present. And there it is there. How we got it! Mr. Immis is right. He couldn't have skydived down there without any gear.
Well, now finally come around, have ya? Now you see that I couldn't have possibly been there at the inner sanctum.
Side note question, like if he did parachute down, why would he not have like thrown the parachute off the cliff? I mean, I guess maybe in case he wouldn't have the opportunity to go down the stairs, that he'd be able to parachute further. It's odd that he did not dispose of it. Nora said, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Was that from the theme song? It's been so long. I do remember that it was, what's his name? John DiMaggio. He was the, Jake from Adventure Time and Bender on Futurama. He was the voice of, who's the guy? Because you had Shago. Was that her name? And she was like the green girl, but then he had the other guy that would, huh?
Wouldn't he have conked out there and that's why he has no memory?
I mean, that's possible. But again, if he came to it, if he, it depends on, I guess, how much memory he lost, because he seems to be aware of the fact that like nobody is allowed up there. But I guess maybe if he didn't find that out until after he staggered down. But if he had no memory at all, like doesn't know that he's not allowed up there, any of that stuff, then he wouldn't have had any reason to sneak down the stairs, right? And so if he didn't sneak down, he probably would have been like, oh, everybody down there, I hurt my head. And then he would have been caught. I don't know, it's weird. I'm sorry, but it's weird. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. And you're probably right. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Now you see that I couldn't have possibly been there at the inner sanctum.
Right. If you didn't have any gear, that is. Smug Phoenix makes his return. Cookster says, cool tip. If you're going to a concert or rave or other similar activity without your trusty glow sticks, just steal a stop sign. The reflective surface should work just as well. Okay, just for the record, I'm pretty sure stealing a stop sign is some type of illegal. So the channel does not endorse that. Nora says, I steal stop signs all the time. Again, not endorsing it. Cookster says, golly, any road sign will do. Again, not endorsing it. Quick Katie said, I'm so proud of you, Logan. What for not endorsing criminal activity? Cookster says, I filled his bottle with salt water. Is that why I'm so thirsty? Because it's not quenching my thirst. Let's see. Nora says, quote, I never caught a hot silence. That's just me, though. I thought it was funny. Quick Katie said, oopsie equals murder, because I wasn't sure if it'd read it just in case. Oh, I gotcha. Holy cow, I'm only just now reaching with a Carisarella raid. And that had a timestamp. 1:02. I am over 40 minutes behind. How is that possible? Okay, so I gotta scroll down to where I left out there. Let's see. Cursarella was saying, don't worry, my sound alerts were down. Oh, wait, yeah, I read that. Crystal says, maybe it's a Twitch thing. Quick Kid said, yep, Ghost Trick was when I joined for real. Cursarella said, I felt the same way about AI Somnium Files too. I was having such a fun time, but didn't get a lot of people see Cursarella. I don't know if you're still here, but that's how I felt when we were playing AI Somnium Files, because we had a few people in the chat that seemed like super enthusiastic about it. Like Vero, like Queen Katie, and you guys, and it was great, and it was fun, but I was just like bummed that like there weren't like even more people check it out, because it was like a fun game. And so it's always disappointing when you get like a quality game and it's not like, I don't know, and you feel like the game isn't getting the notice that it should. Meanwhile, I'm sure that you probably have like tons and tons of people watching like Overwatch 2 or something like that, which I'm sure is fun, but that's just not my cup of tea, just personally. Quick said, I loved that game. Cursarella said, yeah, of course, we all love Ace Attorney peeps. I'm out of Ace Attorney games until there's potential AA7 laughing. Well, Cursarella, again, I don't know if you're still here, but don't forget, Edgeworth Investigations 2 is getting localized finally. Quick said, I remember I joined right before my favorite plot twist, the spirit more powerful than the MC is ... you. Nora said, oh no, not cooties. Quote, I'll murder you right now because I'm not a murderer, ... Wait, I'd like to think that we have fun here with the goofy make-em-ups. Quick 80, oh, that was read by TTS. Crystal says, yippee, progress. I would rather not see his eyes then. I love majestic hair so much. Okay, as long as you have your priorities. Quick 80 said, new headcanon, Hubbub guy is also a time traveler too. And Quick 80 says, imagine shaving that. Shivers. Okay, anytime I like go a long time without shaving becomes hard. Like you can't just take like the razor straight to it. It hurts. I gotta like trim it down first, but then you can do fun stuff where you like look in the mirror and you say like, okay, what does it look like if I like give myself, you know, like a handlebar mustache or just a soul patch or a chin strap or something like that. It can be fun. Nora with a lurk said didn't work. Oh, that must be where we talked about stuff was down. Said it's not working. Lurk, huh? And there was a lurk from Nora. Thank you for the lurk. We'll see you when you get back. Hopefully I'm catching up slowly but surely to chat. Right, if you didn't have any gear, that is. What on earth are you talking about? That overreaction is a dead giveaway that I'm on the right track. Take a look at this piece of evidence. Those are prayer flags, are they not? Yes, but they have been sewn together to create one big banner. A banner that could also function like a parachute. Balloonka. Is this the first time that we've seen Nayuta say that? Ow! Thank you, Crystal. We know that Tomcat is working now. Okay, I guess I'll read a few more comments in the chat, even though I was just barely in the chat. Quickity said, okay, this is what happened to me. Hey, my nose is like starting to run now. It's like that Tomcat just made my nose squirt juices. Quickity said it turned itself off for me, which is still weird. I know it just does that. Oh, and then a Betty with a heart. Nora says, Betty. Quickity said, oh, that reminds me. Hang on, I feel like I've got like something dripping down my nose now. So that reminds me, I should upload the IRL drawing I drew of Betty earlier this month. Please do. Said I want to redraw digitally. I did that for a Persona 3 drawing, which I'm not showing till Logan beats the game because I included so many spoilers. But do let me see when the game is done. In only about like another month, and then it'll be done. Magpie says, Nayuta says, it's time to go to court. Yugi, instead of Yu-Gi-Oh, it's Nayuta. Or whatever that Egyptian horn is. I like that. Quickity said, I kind of wonder when and where they got helicopters in this country. Well, I do feel like even if you are in a country that is a bit more kind of, what would you call it? Like old-fashioned in traditions and in governance and things like that. As long as the technology for helicopters exists in some other country, like you can just buy a helicopter. I'm guessing. Magpie says, I'm much more impressed about what the staffing of the prison looks like if the only way up and down there is by helicopter. That means that your shift is probably like an entire week or at least several days. Because I doubt that they're like shipping the entire like staff up and down the mountain every morning and evening, right? I didn't even thought about that. And let's see, and Nora says, boo, it's so scary. Okay, let's play a little bit more. The people of Karain are so used to seeing prayer flags. that the police didn't even think twice about these flags during their investigation. No, this cannot be. Ha! The witness landed at the inner sanctum by using these prayer flags as a parachute. Is that not right, Mr. Amos? And then are we going to present the wanted poster to show who he really is?
There's no way out. Oh, I'm surrounded.
Mr. Amos, you're talking like you're an escaped convict.
All this talk's jogged my memory. I guess I was there at the inner sanctum after all. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Gah. Hubbub. Oh, no comments from the one guy? Huh? None? All right, good. We shut him up. As I suspected, there were 3 people there that night. There were 4.
You did it, Nick! You weren't wrong after all. I never really thought you were. You're not good at your job.
Thanks? Ha! Mr. Amos! You were the one disguised as Lady Kira that night, weren't you?
No way, no how. Okay, it's like this. Yeah. I was only there at the inner sanctum by accident.
By accident? No, it's that he was escaping. And that his escape down the mountain, that's what the high priest was going to help smuggle him down the mountain to freedom. And that's what the Lady Kira vigilante was warning about, because in the court record she had the letter that said, the translation was, do not perform the rite, I know what you're planning. What you're planning is that he was planning to help the escaped convict. By accident?
Exactly. And that thing's not a parachute, it's a homemade paraglider.
A paraglider? You telling me you could fly using that patchwork mess of material?
It may not look like much, but it's as sturdy as can be.
Wouldn't it be great if we just say like, all right, prove it, bro. Court's adjourned for today. We're all gonna head up the mountain. You're gonna paraglide on that. And then he's like, okay. And then he just plunges to his death. And we're like, guess he was lying.
I rode the wind like an eagle, going higher and higher from my earthly launching point. But then something happened that forced me to land in the inner sanctum.
So you just happened to land there? You expect me to believe that?
Now, please calm yourself, Mr. Rite. However, the fact that the witness was at the inner sanctum is crucial testimony indeed.
Oh, so this will be our final cross-examination, right? We get a little over an hour. We can totally get to the investigation tonight.
It certainly warrants further explication.
Explication. I don't think I know that word. Hang on. Explication. I'm assuming it means just examination, exploration, or something like that. Explication, noun, the process of analyzing and developing an idea or principle in detail. Okay, I don't think I've heard that word before. Oh crap, I hit, therefore let's continue with more testimony. There we go, so this will be the final cross-examination, right?
Witness testimony. Why, I was at the inner sanctum.
All right, let's save before we go through this testimony. I'll read a few more comments in the chat. We're gonna make it to the, I hope, unless there's like tons and tons of dialogue after this cross-examination. What?
Correct. Soon, we will be free.
Okay, we will be free, but as I think it was Vero pointed out, dang it, we haven't seen Vero tonight. I hope Vero's, oh, that's right, but Vero also got some sort of a foot injury based on the photography channel at Discord. Hope Vero's doing okay, but yes, I don't know if we'll necessarily say free because as I believe it was Vera was saying that the investigation sections tend to get a little bit sleepier. So that's why I like the trials a bit more figuring out stuff. But thank you very much for the 10 bits, I appreciate it. Quick 80 said, fun fact, if you're into Boy Meets World, the VA for Ron Stoppable is the actor and the MC's big brother, Eric Matthews. Quick 80 said his name is Will Friedel. Yes, he's done like a whole bunch of stuff. Like he did a ton of voice work through, I believe, like the 90s and the 2000s. I think he still does stuff now, probably. Magpie says, who is also the voice actor for Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond. That is correct. Do you guys, any of you guys ever watched like the Batman Beyond Return of the Joker movie? I think it's like, in my opinion, like one of the best Batman movies there is. So good. Quick said one more testimony left, and then oh, look at that, 145.17. Wow. Holy cow. And now I'm only 10. I went from being 40 minutes behind to 10. There must have been a half hour where nobody was chatting. I sincerely apologize to each and every one of you that I got boring for a half hour. I'm sorry, that must have been a pain to sit through, but it's working out rather well now. So hey, ho ho.
That evening, I was enjoying a trek through the night with my homemade paraglider. But just as Mount Pony was drawing near, something terrible happened. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum. As I landed, I banged my head, causing me to lose my memory. So you see, I ended up at the inner sanctum purely by accident.
Mr. Ibis, you failed to mention any of this during your pre-trial questioning. I mean, to be fair, he was running on the premise of having amnesia.
Can't be helped. I mean, I'm just remembering it now.
Continue such slipshod testimony, and you will be cast into the heck of hangnails. Sounds unpleasant. Where you shall have hangnails grown and ripped out for 800 million years. They've got a lot of very specific hecks.
I think I'll pass on that.
Wait, did his mustache look like it disappeared for a second there while he was talking? That was weird. Looks like that caught Prosecutor Sadmati off guard. This is my chance to rip his case to shreds.
Cross-examination.
We will once again save. You guys know the deal. We save, press every statement, present some evidence, and then we're as clear as sailing to the end of this trial. Save. Let's see. Magpie says you can also get high visibility cloth. Lol. It's super popular lately for clothes. High visibility cloth? What is that? Is that like that sounds like sheer cloth, like cloth that you can see through? Is that what we're talking about here? Oh, because you guys were talking about stiff signs. Okay, I thought high visibility, like you're seeing what's underneath them. Like that doesn't sound like a good idea for clothes. Clothes you're trying to cover up what's underneath it. But okay, so like high visibility cloth. Yeah, like you have with don't they have like a lot of young kids' Halloween costumes that'll have that, so they'll show up, so if the kid like darts out in the street, people's like headlights in the cars will really reflect it and catch it and go like, oh, I don't want to murder this child. Something like that. Nora said he's almost caught up. Impossible! Stop him! Oh, you can't stop me. Can't do it. Extemporaneous would sometimes try, but he's lurking right now. Crystal says, I feel like Immis would sound like Tomcat, the ow, 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 like when he does his screaming. I approve of that. I approve of that wholeheartedly.
That evening, I was enjoying a trek through the night with my homemade paraglider.
Hold it! We should also ask him if he remembers everything, what his real name is. Take all that info down. It's probably important for records. You were enjoying a trek through the night sky with your homemade paraglider? You didn't go to pray?
A devout Koreanist like me can pray anywhere, even while flying through the air. I wouldn't recommend it. You try it, you're bound to end up dead. Not from the paragliding and falling, from the praying. It's really intense.
Paraglider? I didn't see anything like that!
That's because of the ritual curtain. It blocked your view. You should have seen me majestically soaring between the mountains.
Really? What do you think, Nick?
Don't ask me!
I was really enjoying that flight. At first, anyway. But just as Mount Pony was drawing near, something terrible happened.
All that! Something terrible happened?
Exactly. And when I say terrible, I mean terrible. Because when I use words, I mean what the words mean. Clear communication is important. Kids, stay in school.
What? Was there something unexpected near Mount Pony?
What was it again? Okay, hang on. What is believable? What is believable? What is believable?
All right. Wait, you don't remember?
Let's just say it was terrible. An accident forced me to make an emergency landing at the inner sanctum. Hold on!
What exactly was this accident you had?
Yeah, good question. Now, what crap? What was it again? Wind? Yeah, it was the wind. And not just any wind, but a sudden gale force that made me just lose control.
The wind was strong enough to make you lose control?
You got that right.
Hang on. Okay, when we had the newspaper, there was a new thing that was added about the weather, right? Okay, then please add that to your testimony. Yeah, because what was it that it said? It reports on the weather and Lady Kira's activities, among other things. What was the weather report saying? The area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm means not windy, clear skies all day. The warmer temperature will make for excellent prayer weather. Be warned, however, that we'll see a cold front move in overnight. I don't know what cold front would do to paraglider, but calms would seem to imply not gale force wind. Yeah? Okay, then please add that to your testimony.
Gale force winds came out of nowhere, so I made an emergency landing.
To be fair, though, that was just the weather forecast. I mean, forecasts can be wrong. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat, though. Quick said, "You right, Crystal, you right." Nora said, "Guys, stop him from catching up. How are you going to do that?" "What you going to do? You can't stop me." Chat's not my mom. Quick said, "Get a tissue, Logan." I don't have any tissues in here is the problem. I'd have to, go to the bathroom and grab some squares of toilet paper. I don't think I even have, a box. Whoa! Thank you, Nora, for the Tomcat. But yeah, I don't think I even have a box of tissues in my ownership. I'd have to run to the bathroom, get squares of toilet paper. Magpie says, the funniest thing to me is that That's a Rebel is canonically mentioned to have been a paratrooper. Oh, did they mention that specifically? Hang on. Is he in the court record as well? Oh crap, we can't look at people right now. We gotta wait until in a minute, but I'll check it out. But they also specifically point out that Karain doesn't have a standing army. So question, where's... Well, okay, so here's my guess. Wait, is it that hang on. What was it that he said specifically? Is that he was a paratrooper before becoming a rebel, or he's just a rebel that was a paratrooper? Because maybe he got his training in the rebellion. They have some kind of a militia or there's something that's fairly organized. Quick get his head, and then there's the helicopters too. When was this where? Crystal says, oh wow, he's catching up already. Oh, I'm getting close. We're past the 2-hour marks, so it's allowed. Magpie says, fun fact, based on implied locations, Karain is most likely a first world country with a small possibility of being third world country. Well, again, my whole thing about it being between the tropics was if the moon was supposed to be straight overhead. But I didn't realize what they were saying is that from the view of the inner sanctum is that he looked directly above Mount Pony, which makes so much more sense. Crystal says, ooh, and Nora said, lurk back, folks. That's right, you're back. And Queen Katie said, welcome back, and I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up so good to chat. Gale force winds came out of nowhere, so I made an emergency landing at the sanctum. We're gonna wait to press this until after we press the other ones, just in case it forces us to present evidence. As I landed, I banged my head, causing me to lose my memory. Hold it! Where at the inner sanctum did you land? That's easy, where the paraglider ended up. I guess that makes sense. So, outside the ritual curtain, on the side where the moonlight shadows were cast. Wouldn't we, if he hit his head really bad, shouldn't we be able to find something with, a smackerel of blood on it? But right as I landed, I hit my head on a rock. I lost both my consciousness and my memory. I find it funny. Head injuries and head trauma. Oh, they're hilarious. Something seriously wrong with this guy. Well, to be honest, though, it does sound like the amnesia might have been somewhat correct, so maybe he did actually hit his head. I don't know if the amnesia is real or if he's just, faking it. So you see, I ended up at the inner sanctum purely by accident. Hold it! I think the amnesia is fake. If I had to guess, that it's because he's the escaped convict and he doesn't have, a fake identity set up, so he's for gore. You're lucky to be alive after an accident like that. Yeah, I'm just a lucky kind of guy. Like Makoto Naegi, #1 ultimate lucky boy. It's time like these that separate the men from the boys. Wow, I'd say you were incredibly lucky. Almost miraculously so.
The way you say that makes it sound like you're being sarcastic. If you got something to say, just say it.
All right, Mr. Immis. It wasn't an accident, was it? You landed at the inner sanctum on purpose. If it happened out at sea, it would have been on porpoise. Sorry, that was a little bit forced. I really want to make a pun.
What the? No, it was an accident, I'm telling you. You don't even have any proof, so stop making things up about me.
His testimony's like a moving target.
Okay, Nick. Time for some evidence. Really grab him by the scruffs of his neck.
One thing at a time, Maya. First, I have to find an inconsistency. But where there is constantly changing testimony, there are bound to be discrepancies and other issues. Okay, so now press the final statement, present our evidence, and then we can coast through the rest of this trial day. So let's get over here. It's this one. We're gonna save before we do it though, because the game is mean to me. And I'll read some more of the chat, because I'm close to catching up. Crystal does quote number 180. We're already at 188. Let's see if our buds got blue bubs. Persona 3 Reload, August 17th, 2024. Quick Kitty said, I should really study more. I don't know what any of that means. Lol. First world countries and third world countries? Queen Katie does quote number 113. I have my methods. Her method is murder. Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney Trilogy, May 27, 2024. Queen Katie said, the judge Googling the word even though he was the one saying it. And Nora is quote number 3. Guys, we have a pool. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. June 21st, 2021. It was so long ago. Okay, let's keep going here.
Gale force winds came out of nowhere, so I made an emergency landing at the sanctum.
Hold it! Had the wind been blowing the whole time around the mountains?
Yep. Oh. Just the right amount of wind for paragliding. So that sudden gale force wind was a real shocker.
Again, I feel like this type of testimony is very easily provable or disprovable. Just like, except no, because Magpie did say that he is a paratrooper, so maybe he actually could do this stuff. I was gonna say, just like ask him to demonstrate.
So that sudden gale force wind was a real shocker.
I see. So a decent wind had been blowing until then.
Right, yeah. Paraglider's not much use without a decent wind.
Okay, so yeah, we'll present the weather report, I guess. Right, let's double check all of our evidence to make sure there's nothing else we're supposed to present. The Rite's guide. I don't think so. We used this earlier for the moon already. That's the weather report, the autopsy report, blood loss, inflicted by the war bad dagger, mark on his face was born, all members of Karanis clergy, somewhere in the bodies, okay, so we don't need to know about marks, bloodstained letter, we can't read, we already used that, inner sanctum photo, that doesn't seem relevant, diagram, not important now, we already got the warning, the arrow is attached to that, the envelope, we're probably gonna use this to say who he was, this will be used later, probably when we're talking about what the bob on the top of the head of the shadow was, it's gonna be this thing's plume. And the inner sanctum diagram. Wait, didn't we already see that? Okay, anyway, yeah, so it's this. Is this the newspaper? We already saved, so let's try it.
Objection!
Hey, look at that. We're so good at this. We have a saying in my country, Mr. Immis. I just want you to know that we have a saying. It has nothing to do with this situation. I just want you to know that we have our own culture and we have sayings. From one lie sprouts another.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Ha! It means someone caught lying will lie again in an attempt to conceal their first lie. In other words, this current testimony is just a blatant lie you're telling to cover your tracks.
The F you just say? You calling me a liar?
You claimed gale force winds caused you to lose control, but this newspaper has the weather report for the day of the murder. Again, this is like a forecast. It could have been wrong. It says the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. Hey. I like this. Let me read a couple more comments in the chat now. Magpie says to Queen Katie, not nearly as much as you'd think, lol. First world and third world, it all just has to do with whose side anyone was on in the Cold War. Wait, is that? I thought it had to do with like economic and or socioeconomic conditions. Said first world was on the side of the West, second world was on the Soviet side, third world didn't take a side. Really? That's what I thought. All these years, I thought it was economic stuff. Quiggy said, oh no, I hope Puzzles gets well. Crystal says, the Danganronpa pool and the one that no one used except Hina. But Hina was great though. Or donuts. Nora said, don't let him catch up. I'm gonna do it, Nora. You can't stop me. Magpie says, yes, it's from the 90s and it's Warner Brothers animation. I probably have watched it. Keyboard slam. It's so good. It's so good, Magpie. Magpie says, I made a Freakazoid reference earlier and realized my coworker was too young to get it. Shake my head. Okay, Magpie, I gotta tell you this. This is very important, very important. I still haven't done this. I meant to make a chat alert. So, Paul Rugg, that's with G's, not D's, because Paul Rudd is the actor. Paul Rugg is the co-creator and voice of Freakazoid. And he was at a convention I went to last year. And he was doing a thing where you pay a few bucks and he'll do like recordings, like audio recordings. And I had him do as Freakazoid, basically just saying something like, this is Freakazoid, and you're watching twitch.tv/LoganRobo, or something like that. And like I wanna do a sound where I just have like a picture of Freakazoid appear and it just plays that. I freaking love Freakazoid, Magpie, like you have no idea. Quickie said, oh huh, today I learned. Lol. Bumble says, you are my second monitor. Don't worry. Okay, which side is it? Which side is it? Because is your first monitor over here? Like can I like try and tap on? Can I poke your other monitor? Poke. Can I try and reach over there? Quickie said, the way I only know who you're talking about because their ad plays on my Tiny Toons DVD. Oh, that's another one. I think I mentioned before, one of the movies, I still have a copy of this on DVD, a movie that I watched a million times as a kid, was the Tiny Toons How I Spent My Summer Vacation movie. Like, I was obsessed with that for a while. So freaking good. Anyway, let's keep going. It says the area around the inner sanctum will enjoy calm, clear skies today. Palunka. Huh, well, you know, I do believe it does say that. Hang on a second. Want to check the comics. I enjoy doing the Shylock Fox puzzles. That one cat burglar lady is hot. Oh, this judge may not be a furry, but this judge knows attractive.
From one lie sprouts another. That makes sense, but is it really a saying back home? I have never heard of it. You were either lying or you were just out of touch, Nick.
Yeah, I kind of made that one up.
For real? You're a liar, Nick. I can never trust you again.
Ha! Your Majesty! The witness's testimony contains another flaw, one that's even more fatal to his cause. More fatal, you say? The defense will explain himself at once. Mr. Amos claims he was flying up around the inner sanctum with his paraglider. But it would have been impossible to get all the way up there without any wind. Why, yes, I believe you're right. But we know the witness was at the inner sanctum, so... Mr. Amos, how did you get there and from where? Doot, doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot. Without any wind, he couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain. Oh, let me guess, we're gonna show like the big picture and have to like click on the prison or something like that. See, let me read some more in the chat. Queen Katie, oh, I already read that. Oh, and Queen Katie, I should ask what your Tiny Toons DVD was. Was it just like, was it that same movie? Was it like just the series? I would love to get the series on DVD. But I don't know, I guess probably on Amazon. Magpie says, I do recommend tracking it down. There's a couple of episodes with Ricardo Montalban. Yes, who's an excellent actor, but most will probably remember him as the grandpa in Spy Kids 3D. Yes, him as Gutierrez in Freakazoid. His episodes were, I love hearing the interviews with like Paul Rugg and the other guy, I forget his name right now, slipping my mind, when they would talk about like getting him to come in and read these lines. And in fact, I even did, oh, Magpie, you probably weren't here, but I think, or maybe you were. What was the last stream? It was a Ace Attorney stream. I almost made a reference to that. And I started to, but then I'm like, nobody will get this. When I'm like, He's always testing me because that was one of his
The only
lines.
DVD I had was from Best Buy when I was a kid, and it was the very first volume, more like Volume 1 Part 1, and I never bought more.
Oh, okay, so it is the series. I love the series. I feel like the series was very inconsistent in quality. But if you haven't seen the How I Spent My Summer Vacation movie, watch it. It is, I think, the best thing that Tiny Toons ever made. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Let me read one more comment, we'll get back in the game. Magpie says he was basically doing his role from Star Trek The Wrath of Khan. That's right, because he was Khan. Said, but a cartoon parody. Also, he was senior in Kim Possible. Oh, I didn't know that. So that's really cool. I mainly know him from that Star Trek movie and Freakazoid. So good, so good. Okay, without any wind, he couldn't have flown up there from the bottom of the mountain. By process of elimination, the only starting point that makes any sense is... Your Majesty, I believe I have the answer to your question. Yep, we gotta click it. To reach the inner sanctum, Mr. Imus must have launched himself from here. We're gonna save just, because like the last time we had to click a thing, I was like off by a few centimeters. And so the game is like, no, you're wrong. Take away your hit points. I gotta make sure I very distinctly click the prison then. So we do prison. Up there. There we go. Present.
Take that!
Are you insane?
That's where he came from? If he couldn't have come from below, the only other option is from above. So you see, Anonymous came down from Royal Penitentiary number 4. From there, he could have easily reached the inner sanctum by parachute. And that means he might have also killed the High Priest. What? No, he's not the murderer, though. It's somebody else. I think that the murderer, the person killed the High Priest because he was helping this escapee. Mr. Imus, were you the third party of the inner sanctum? And the one behind the warning to halt the Rite that the victim received? Dude, Phoenix, think about what you're saying. If he parachuted from the prison, he's the escapee. If he's the escapee, he's a rebel. If he's a rebel that is down there, he's obviously not gonna threaten the High Priest who is assisting rebels. Phoenix is so dumb in this chapter. Why did he get so dumb? Quiggity said, I wish I got around to collecting the rest of the Tiny Toons DVDs. It was such an awesome cartoon. Oh, I loved it. No, I agree. I love it so freaking much. It's one of those cartoons I feel like people don't talk about anymore. Sadly, they did a reboot of it recently. And I saw a couple of episodes of it at San Diego Comic-Con last summer. And oh boy, it's not good. It is not good. It's like I think I mentioned this before, but the problem is it feels like the people who are working on it just don't have the skills to make a good cartoon. I mean, just like across the board, everything is just poorly done. For just poorly done, lukewarm meatball of a show, and of a show that I adore because of my childhood attachment to that movie. Nora says, slow him down. Oh, you can't. Oh, that was why you did the Tomcat. Quiggity said, consider buying yourself an emergency small container of tissues. Maybe I should. Well, no, hang on, Quiggity. Real talk. I feel like if I had a box of tissues next to my computer, people would make assumptions about me that would be very unfair. Nora said, oh, today was my day meeting with my group of 6th graders. Well, I've had a headache for the past 10 hours. Wait, a group of 6th graders? Why do you have a group of 6th graders? Why do 6th graders belong to you? I am confused. And the one behind the warning to halt the Rite that the victim received? Was it you we saw in his final memory? Are you the rebel hunter, Lady Kira? No, Phoenix. He's the opposite. Okay, again, no comments, just general quiet hubbub. I mean, which is better for him to claim that he's the murderer of a high priest or an escaped convict rebel? Like, neither is a good option here.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor, sir, can you help me out over here? What lie should I tell that will get me in the least trouble?
You did it!
you finally left him speechless!
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor Man.
Quiet, you fool. You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come.
Are you, the rebel WHO escaped the prison, the rebel hunter Kira?
I love how that TTS girl assumes that you're talking about the World Health Organization when you have WHO in all caps.
Are you the rebel who escaped from prison, the rebel hunter Kira?
So dramatic. It's like Dumbledore in the movie version of Goblet of Fire. But thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. For a fate far worse than hangnail heck awaits you now. Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you. The witness did, in fact, descend to the inner sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. Okay, Nayuda has at least put this together. He has realized what this means. That he must be the escaped convict, right? Please tell me not everybody else is as dumb as I am. Huh? He didn't even put up a fight this time. That's awfully generous of him. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. So even though Nayuda knows it, we still have to say what it is. And let me guess, if we answer wrong, we lose hit points and the judge will just convict Maya for no reason. Oh, his true identity? Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I have to answer with something. Oh, it would seem I am the only one still in the dark here. Oh, yeah, it's just you. Yeah, me, Phoenix, right? I totally know this, Judge. It's just you who's dumb. Would the defense care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous? The witness's true identity is... It's not even showing us the people. Yeah, so gee, I wonder what it could be. I'm not even going to save. It's obvious. That's a rebel. Is this really him? Only now do you realize the truth. Well, please do share with us your belated insight. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back? Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case. Really? You sure about that? Again, because that means that the high priest was helping him escape, and so the threat was to stop him from this. And oh, crap. And yeah, that's going to mean that... Yeah, because if That's a Rebel was not the Lady Kira, they're going to go back to assuming Maya was. Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison, the precision landing at the inner sanctum, using only a handmade parachute. I hope that, like, when we go over to him, he's going to pull back his hair and we're going to see those, like, angry, stern eyebrows. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. Ha! This witness that's a rebel! So you know what that means? That means that's a rebel! Prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. That's his middle name, by the way. It's Dats, prison escapee and member of Dirk's rebel group. It just spelled differently. A rebel. Whee! Hubbub! Kill him! I don't care who, as long as we kill somebody. Yay. The witness is an escaped prisoner? Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Wouldn't, like... Okay, I know that the wanted poster doesn't show his beard. But wouldn't the people working at the prison be able to, like, know that, oh, he had a beard, and say to the police, he's got a beard now? Everybody's dumb. Let me read some more in the chat here. Queen Katie says, question for the victim. Couldn't he have seen this guy flying down, and then couldn't he have yelled for help? Yeah. Exactly. Nora says, either way, this man is crazy. Queen Katie said, I mean, I know we might be helping a rebel, but like, yell for help? You're being murdered. This guy could be your literal hero. And Nora says, no, catching up, no. Magpie says, right, yeah, everyone thinks it's economic, but it's not. Okay, that's news to me. I learned something. And Magpie says, yo, neat. I'm excited for that sound clip, lol. I keep hoping they'll eventually bring back Freakazoid. I think it'd do numbers today. Okay, here's the thing. If you had the same people working on it, I think it could be amazing. I just worry that, like all these other reboots, I feel like the Animaniacs reboot that they did, the Pinky and the Brain segments were good, but the Warner Brothers segments, with like one exception, at least for the first like 4 episodes, I couldn't stomach anymore after that, were just awful. The Tiny Toons reboot was awful. I see so many things online, it's like, hey, what classic thing needs a reboot? I'm like, nothing! Just don't touch the good stuff. But if you got the original people working on it, I think it could be great. But did you see Magpie? They did a Freakazoid crossover with Teen Titans Go a few years ago, except the downside is that like some of the actors have died. Ed Asner, who played Cosgrove, I'm pretty sure he died. David Warner, who played the Lobe, he died. It's just like it's sad. So I think that they would have to like really just do a full-on reboot, like just different animation style designs and stuff like that, and just kind of detach from it. But yeah, Quickity said, sorry, was MIA for a bit. Big bug showed up. I screamed, dog chased it, murdered it, and now it's gone. My cat loves it when there's a bug buzzing around. It's like the most exciting time of the world for her. Said the way the bug flapped its wings at me, oh, so gross, but I'm back now for real. Shivers. And Nora said, oh no, what kind of bug? Quickity said, I think my parents called it a palmetto bug, which is like a cockroach. Hang on, let me check that out. I'm just Googling all sorts of stuff. Palmetto bug. It's a Florida woods cockroach. Okay, I never heard of that before, but all right then. Let's play a little bit more. Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail. Meanwhile, here he was under our noses the entire time.
Didn't think anyone would see through my clever disguise.
Maybe don't bring that up. Wait, so is the beard not real then? But the witness's charade is not all that has been shattered. Is it, defense? Oh boy, do I hate this guy! Please recall the defense's own words. Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, do not perform the rite. But the rite went on as scheduled. I believe that's why the high priest was murdered.
Who do you suppose sent that letter?
A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself! He claimed that the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira.
Yeah, what's your point?
What of the witness's true identity? Only a paratrooper. I love how we're flashing back to stuff like 30 seconds ago. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper could have pulled that off. Ha! Flashback desk slam. The witness is that's a rebel prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. Gasp! Oh no! He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels. No!
Hub, 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 hub. Can we go home finally? It's been a long day.
Now, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this.
Oh,
is he gonna take off the beard?
Or is he gonna shave it? I hope he just shaves it really quick. You got me. I'm the razor sharp fangs of the defiant dragons.
He's gonna henshin! He's gonna transform!
Henshin!
Oh, darn it. He didn't actually transform.
That's a rebel.
I got so excited. Magpie says, the fun thing is, one lie begets another is an existent phrase in America, Nick. America, Nick just didn't know it, apparently. Lol. See, the closest thing I've heard, and I'm pretty sure that he's like quoted this in or paraphrased it in a previous game, was, you know, what tangled webs we weave when first we plan to plot to deceive or something like that. Which is like a similar sentiment. Queen Katie said, it was creepy, that's what I'll say. Nora says, ooh, aren't those the flying cockroaches? Quinkity said, yeah, exactly. Wait, are normal cockroaches not flying? Said it right onto my bed ASAP. Nora says, inhale. Ew. Magpie says, one time I was playing Skyrim.
TTS Anonymous, still a better name, HJ.
Well, here's the thing. Anonymous works better as a name in universe because Nayuta Sadmati said that was just like him basically writing down Anonymous as the equivalent of John Doe because they didn't know who he was. It was an awful name, but it made sense in universe. That's a rebel. I mean, you can't blame him. The court will be like, you're charged with being a rebel. He's like, dude, I had no choice. That's my name. And they're like, oh yeah, that's how this works here. I'll be your guide, must become a guide. That's a rebel, gotta become a rebel. Really, the fault lies on the parents who named him. They condemned him. He had no free will in this, I'll say. Thank you very much for the TTS, Crystal, appreciate it. And Magpie says, one time I was playing Skyrim at night and saw something move next to my escape key. Turned out it was a big effing spider. And I'd still take that over a flying cockroach any day. Really, because like spiders, I'd worry about getting bitten. Because like my mom one time when I was little got bit by a brown recluse. And those are super poisonous. She had to be rushed to the hospital. Like her entire leg swelled up. If we hadn't taken her there, she might have died. So I'll take that over the grossness of a cockroach. Nora said, my friend told me she was lying on the floor once and a cockroach crawled into her mouth. Oh, that is gross. That is gross. Okay, let's keep going here.
That's a rebel.
When did you get your memory back? Oh, so was the amnesia real?
Oh, around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making up all that testimony off the top of my head.
Are you prepared to tell us the truth now? Wait, I thought we were done with cross-examinations.
Well, it's true that I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie.
Okay, so this is good for us because this means the prosecution has no evidence, right? I mean, I guess there's the fact that like Maya was there, but still. A big fat lie? Is this the first time that a witness has just said, yeah, none of that was true?
Oh, and by the way, long time no see. UT?
Oh, he's got history with Nayuta! Do people ship the two of them together? Do you have a pet name for him? Is he like Dazzy? Datsy? Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty. Wait, hang on. Unless they were like childhood friends, would he not have like recognized the sound of his voice? This filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell. Oh, yeah, yes, of course. I forgot. Okay, take him away. Bailiff, seize him at once. Okay, is he gonna escape? Is he gonna show off like cool rebel skills? Oh, maybe he's gonna like plot some guns. Oh, you know what he's probably gonna do? Maybe he's gonna like rush over to us and like take us hostage and like smuggle us out of here, and that's why court will be. Oh, actually, no, don't do that because then like they might just say, all right, attorney's gone, guilty on Maya. We need the judge to actually want to end the trial for the day.
Seems you really have forgotten the will of the dragon, huh? UT?
What? Yeah, he's got some up his sleeve.
But I haven't, and no dogs of the Garan regime are gonna lay a finger on me.
Whoa, I thought he was gonna fly. Oh, he just ran. Oh, okay. Did you hear that? I thought he was gonna fly in the air. Huh? Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. Like, we have armed guards here. In the first chapter, we saw armed guard with like rifle, and he just runs.
Oh, the escaped prisoner! Escaped again!
The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long. I wish that had been like an animated thing. You saw him do like some cool flips and stuff and get out of there. Let me read some more comments in the chat. Magpie says, quote, Revenge is a dish best served with pinto beans and rice. Ricardo Montalban in Freakazoid laughing. Yeah, him as Gutierrez. Quick said, I watched the movie on Hulu. It was so good. Poor Plucky, though, yes, just trying to get to Happy World Land. Magpie says, I like the doors that go whoosh. Is the door saying, I am closed? Senior, this is Ricardo Montalban as Senior in Kim Possible. The funniest villain in that series, honestly, he just became a villain because he was a rich guy whose house looked like a villain lair, and Ron accidentally convinced him. I don't know if I've seen those episodes. I might have checked that out because that sounds hilarious. Magpie says, I don't think I have seen either of those shows in at least 10 years, but I still remember Ricardo Montalban's lines, apparently. I mean, he was such a good sport with that. And here's what was so great about him, is he didn't try to be funny with them. He said all these ridiculous things, but with just the total seriousness of Ricardo Montalban. Quick said, ironically, my most memorized episode of Tiny Toons was the Say No to Smoking episode, because Babs was such a girl boss. And I remember that with Roderick Rat and, oh crap, what was the other, the girl rat? And they were like smoking it like their version of McDonald's or something like that. And it was very, very gross. Tiny Toons had a Say No to Smoking episode. They had a Say No to Drinking episode where Buster, Plucky, and Hampton get drunk, go drunk driving, and careen off of a cliff and die. They literally die. And at the end, it's like, yeah, that's why you don't drink and drive, kids. And then they also had an episode that was Say No to Swearing, which is just where there's a character Foulmouth who's like the kid equivalent, just like Buster is the kid equivalent, Buster Bab's kid equivalent of like Bugs Bunny. Foulmouth is the kid equivalent of Foghorn Leghorn, and he would just swear a lot. And he would swear so much that Shirley DeLune didn't want to go on a date with him. And so Buster had to teach him the swearing was bad. I love that kind of cheesy stuff. Nora said the leadership thing I was talking about, law. Oh, that's right. That's what it was for. I thought you had obtained a bunch of 6th graders somehow. Quick said, Logan, they have very little packs of tissues. I keep one in my bag. It's pretty, and you'd never know. Well, I don't have one of those. I do remember when my dad passed away that the funeral home had little packs of tissues like that. I'd kind of forgotten about that. My mom keeps those in her purse. Nora says, help! Call back to when I made a joke headcanon that I said he was Lady Keto, but he's not! He's not, Nora! Sees the rebel. I was right. Not to brag, but I'm totally gonna brag. I was right. Quigator said TTS just doesn't understand proper yelling. Quigator said hubbub guy. Even I knew this ages ago. Magpie says this bit, Anon's true identity, is funnier about 2 cases from now. Oh, really? And Quigator says for real, for real. Huh, how about that? Okay, let me have a sip of water and let's keep playing. The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught. He will be caught before long. An escaped prisoner who's escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. I mean, that's the real crime. Not the treason, not the violence, the perjury. Talk about a troublemaker. He really pulled a number on all of us, but why did he want to implicate Maya? That was just mean of him. What was the point of all that anyway? Yeah, maybe he just likes seeing young girls get executed. It's messed up. Oh, you know what? Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's assume that he thought, crap, I'm probably gonna get caught and thrown back in prison. That Maya seems like a nice young lady. I am going to get her arrested so we can be friends in prison. Well, I can't help but feel that entire episode was an enormous waste of time. Yes, Judge. And I spent 6 hours of my life playing it. Your Majesty. Perhaps it was not as great a waste of, take 2. Perhaps it was not as great a waste as you might believe. What makes you say that, Prosecutor Sidebody? Dots a rebel dropped something as he made his escape from these halls. Oh, okay. It's a note, all right. That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. Let me guess. It's gonna be like the same note as this, but it's gonna match up with the bloodstain part, and so we can put together and read the whole note finally. That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. These appear to be direct orders from Dirk. From Dirk, the rebel leader? Oh, but we only have a small quarter of it. Wait, I remember now. Ha! Oh, your magistrate. I've seen that scrap of paper before. You have? Hopefully the judge and Nayuta will like the fact that we're helping, because we don't need to do this to help, but this is showing that we are a good team player. I'm gonna save though in case I mess this up. And it's gonna be the one with the blood stain, right? Yeah, okay, so it's this right here. Present.
Take that!
And this is... I found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Rebel dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. Okay, so there's still a tiny bit of blood. Now watch, that one spot right there is just gonna be like, it's gonna be /J to show that the first line is sarcastic. Oh my, and just what does it say, Mr. Rite? He doesn't speak Koreanese? I don't know. I can't read Koreanese. I don't even know how to say Koreanese. Oh, prosecutor shot body. I had no idea that the defense was so dumb. He's illiterate, if you please. The ignorant lawyer has not bothered to learn our language. He's been here a week. Well, very well then. Why are you reading from that? Read from the note. That is not the note. What are you doing? I do not understand. Well, what does it say? Using the lamplights as a landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Yes, because the high priest was helping him. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape. Oh crap, were they gonna kill Maya? Well, you know, okay, even though Maya didn't kill the high priest, if they intended to murder her, she should have a valid self-defense claim, right? What? That's how he was to escape from prison? So if I were to assume that Mr. Rebel was the one who killed the high priest, then maybe it was because Abbott and me tried to thwart his escape plan? Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. He was in parentheses. That was in his brain. That was in his mind. How'd you know what he was thinking? Huh? But I didn't say anything. Did he just read my mind? Yes. I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now that the rebels' escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that That's a Rebel is not the High Priest's killer. Even though Maya didn't do it, we should still just plead self-defense. Let me read some more in the chat. Magpie says, I feel like Freakazoid needs to be done by a chronically online nerd who got super used to Flash animation, you know? Maybe, I'm sure there are ways they could do it. But I also feel like if you're gonna try and do something that needs to be distinctly different, why not just make something new? I wish we would see more like new stuff. Freakazoid, when it came out, it was not like them trying to adapt something else or spin off of something. It was something new. So just keep making. Did you see though, Magpie? Paul Rugg, again, the co-creator and voice of Freakazoid, had a show on Disney Plus. I believe it ran 2 seasons. However, I think they've taken it down now. And I think it also might be one of those victims of, we'll never put it up again. We're just gonna like write it off or something. I believe it was called Earth to Ned. It was basically a talk show parody. Imagine Space Ghost Coast to Coast, but instead of a cartoon character, it was a giant Jim Henson's Creature Shop type of alien Muppet creature, voiced by Freakazoid. And he sounded very much like Freakazoid, except a little bit more sassier. So if Freakazoid was like a sassy gay Freakazoid, like type of voice, that would be Ned. And Magpie says, there was a Teen Titans Go Freakazoid crossover. Yes, do you not know about it? They did one. They brought in Freakazoid, the Lobe, the narrator, and I believe Cosgrove. I can't remember if that was before or after Ed Asner had died. I'm pretty sure Ed Asner had died, right? So I can't remember if Cosgrove spoke or not. But yeah, they did a crossover with Freakazoid. It was all in like their Flash animation style. Unfortunately, also if you watch it, Paul Rugg's voice for Freakazoid, he had clearly been like doing a lot of Earth to Ned because his voice sounds a little bit more like Earth to Ned than it usually sounded like Freakazoid. But it was still just like so much fun. I love it so much. And David Warner as the Lobe sounded so old because he was so sad. Because David Warner had an amazing voice. Quick Kitty said, I think I'm going nuts. I feel like Nayuta's model is actually breathing. Is he? You know what I bet it is? I bet it's like an optical illusion because of like this billowing around him. Because it's like different thickness. I bet that's making like his chest look like it's changing. That'd be my guess. Or maybe he's becoming real, Queen Katie. Nora said to Queen Katie, wait, I see it too. Magpie says, I don't think so, but I think the slow movement of the scarf gives that illusion. There we go. Queen Katie said, yeah, maybe. Nora said, probably. Queen Katie said, where did he get the beard? Ah, wait, no problem. No, he probably did grow that out himself and thought he could not be recognized by anybody, except he forgot himself law. But again, like the prison guards would have known that. They could have told the authorities. Queen Katie with 2:28:45. Okay, so I've fallen back to 15 minutes behind, but that's not so bad. Queen Katie said, I actually think we might end off this stream with the starting of the investigation. That's what it's looking like since this cutscene has taken a while. By the way, since we're 15 minutes away from the 3-hour mark, if people got raid suggestions. Crystal says, a spider once crawled on my nape. Man, I almost passed out. I feel like people don't use the word nape enough. Queen Katie said, 4 testimonies were lies. What? Queen Katie said, Crystal says, gasp. Queen Katie says, oh gosh, no, Logan, don't. Wait, Magpie says, no, they don't. Queen Katie says, don't ship them, lol. Are they gonna be related? Wait, no, they got different last names though. I was gonna say maybe they're brothers or something. Maybe, do we, hang on. Let me check the court record. Do we have an age on him? Where's our anonymous guy? He's not showing up here. Do we know That's a Rebel's age? Maybe That's a Rebel is also, maybe is Nayuta's dad. It's not just That's a Rebel, it's Nayuta's dad's a rebel. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why they don't ship them. Nora says, Yudi, lol. Nora says, why not? Magpie says, trust. Queen Katie says, trust. Let's see. Crystal was saying, TTS, Logan, don't you even think about shipping that ugly rebel with our angelic, pretty Nayuta? Because Nayuta's kind of young, right? He's only 25. So if that guy's like in his 40s or something, he could theoretically be old enough to be his dad. Maybe? I don't know how long he was in prison, but let's keep going. It is clear that That's a Rebel is not the High Priest's killer. How can you be so sure? If only you would use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while, That's a Rebel's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. What you mean? Dude, why are you acting dumb, Phoenix? The High Priest's wife. Abaddon's wife said that people thought that he was a rebel spy. I am speaking of Abbott Inme, of course. Had That's a Rebel simply donned Lady Kira's robes and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. It is therefore unthinkable that That's a Rebel was the High Priest killer. But again, put 2 and 2 together. If he walked down with him dressed as Lady Kira, where's Maya during this? Were they planning to kill Maya? Ugh! So then you're saying the High Priest was a... Oh, I cannot bear to say it! Oh, the thing that you were complaining was like blasphemy or whatever because Phoenix was saying it earlier? I am afraid it is so. He numbered among the rebels who threaten our kingdom. How could this be? The High Priest, a rebel? But his name doesn't even say he's a rebel. There must be some kind of mistake. Ah! Let it go. Let it go and move on. Now let's read some more. Let's see. Nora's saying, I'm scared. Magpie says, I love how he does a little hop and then just runs. I know it looked like he was gonna jump up in the air or something like that. He's like, Beowulf! How you doing, Beowulf? Says, first, hello, lonely man. Secondly, potential Mara Navi in SMT 5 benches. Let's go. Wait, what do you mean? What's a Navi in there? I feel like the less Mara, probably the better, but how you doing, Beowulf? What is my voice doing today? Did you hear that, Beowulf? My voice went, Beowulf. Oh my gosh. But how are you doing? Oh, and Queen Katie with a clip. Hang on. You guys know the drill. Let me load this clip up with the clip viewer so we can all watch it together. This clip from Queen Katie is titled The True Crime all along. All right, let's take a look at this.
An escaped prisoner who's escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. I mean, that's the real crime. Not the treason, not the violence. The perjury. An escaped prisoner
It
who's
is.
escaped the law.
It's the perjury. Thank you very much for the clip, Queen Katie. I appreciate that. Bill says, to be fair, it's not the first time a prosecutor has read his mind. Oh, wait, who else did that? That does sound familiar, but it always just reminds me of, like, didn't Sayaka do that in the first Danganronpa a whole heck of a lot? Crystal, you still here? You're the most recently having played that game person. Magpie says, oh, neat. I didn't know anything about the other show, but it sounds interesting. I mean, it's good. It's not, like, amazing, but it's, like, a fun, goofy show. Unfortunately, as I said, it did get canceled. I'm not sure if it got canceled for low numbers or if it was just one of those things where like Disney was having to do lots of cutbacks, because it seems like a lot of the big studios have been losing a lot of money lately. It reminds me of, I remember reading this article about a conversation between, I want to say it was Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, but I could be wrong, who were saying that all these gigantic mega budget blockbuster movies that these studios are doing are really dangerous, because if you just have a few big bombs, like a whole lot of the movie industry could just come collapsing down. And I feel like we're seeing the verge of that. Nora said, oh, I remember that crossover. I have to get up and do some stuff before bed in the stream, but I'm so tired and comfy in my bed. Are you on mobile? Can you like do the stuff with us and like carry us around? Magpie says, laughing. Logan said, maybe they're brothers or something. My Twitch crashed laughing. Oh yeah, I said brothers, or That's a Rebel could be Nayuta's dad. And there's the weird thing, they have different last names, but there's something there. Nora said to Magpie, wasn't just me. Oh, hang on, did that happen to everybody? Did everybody's stream crash? Am I still live? Are you all here still? I hope. Oh, okay, let's keep playing a little bit here. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth. It is the only way. Okay, he keeps saying this, but he's gonna have a hard time accepting the truth when we show he's wrong.
Alive, DW.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Crystal, for the TTS. Hang on, I'm also gonna save my game just in case other things start crashing. So I'm glad that the stream didn't crash completely. Maybe it just like froze and lagged for a minute or something. Okay, accept the truth. It is the only way. And that goes double for you, defense. Cease your futile battle now. And why should I? Because I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Okay, so whatever he does, we just got to present some evidence to refute this, and then we'll hopefully be granted like another day to do some more investigating, right? Now that we have eliminated That's a Rebel from our list of suspects, there is only one person that still remains. The accused, Maya Fey. Except no, because the fact that That's a Rebel clunked his head and was knocked out the whole time, that means that there was a fourth person, because the divination seance showed that there was a third person.
Hold it!
Ha! Hold it right there! Aren't you forgetting something important? Something important? Oh no, today's my wife's birthday! Oh, what's a good last minute gift I can get her on the way home? Please do explain, defense! We can't end this trial without looking into... Oh, the murder weapon was never found. That's right. I would say the third party, but we'll say the murder weapon. Let's save just in case the game is a jerk to me. And let's say it's the murder weapon. The murder weapon. Ha! What about the murder weapon? We haven't found it yet. What does it matter if it has been found or not? The fact remains that the victim was killed with it by the accused. I also fail to see how that would be important, Mr. Rite. Oh crap, that was wrong? This, however, is. Okay, so the third party, but I feel like Nayuta is just gonna say, well, the third party was That's a Rebel. It seems there's no need to continue this trial any longer. Well, oh, am I, you get a bad ending? No, Your Majesty, there's still something important must be brought to light. Okay, I'm gonna save, I'm gonna scum my saves. I'm loading that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so it was not that. Wow, I was doing so good. This is my first real mistake of the night, I feel like. The arrow, I feel like the arrow doesn't really matter. That was how the message was delivered, but who cares? So let's see the third party. The third party. I'm talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the seance vision. Okay, so it is what I said before. If that wasn't That's a Rebel, then who was it? He's gonna say it's Maya. We already established like it wasn't, right? That matter has already been resolved. It has? What's he talking about? It is as I have maintained from the start. There was no third party in the seance vision. Oh, yeah! But there was another Lady Kira there beside Maya Fey. We all saw her, huh?
This is your final thing for the trial BTW.
Yes.
Congrats, you're done with gameplay, smiley face.
Good, because we're like 5 minutes away from the 3-hour mark. I thought we would end this trial early, but at least we're getting it done. I think we're the 10 bits. Let me read a few more comments in the chat. Beowulf says, Nayuta is 100% gay, though. He's even more flamboyant than Edgeworth. But didn't you guys say that some people ship him with Emma Skye, though? But either way, I mean, I feel like none of the lawyers in this game are like completely straight. Just tossing that out there. Quick Kitty said, oh yeah, I never shared Dots' Japanese name. Have we not seen it? And Nor said to Beowulf, definitely. Quick Kitty said his full Japanese name comes from the phrase Dato de Nigeru. Which means fleeing as fast as I can, which is befitting his status as a revolutionary on the run from the law. And the fact that he was able to run out of the courtroom so fast. Said, oop, his Japanese name, is Datsu, Dini Geru. Okay, not Dato, but Datsu. Okay. I like that. I can dig that. Nora said, remembering when I spent all my channel points for lags here to be called Logan Dies because I was still salty about the diary and still are. But I'm sorry. Phoenix, I think it's important that Apollo reads Trucy's diary and reports to Phoenix. You know, make sure she's not falling in with a bad crowd. Quick says, Beowulf! Nora said, how you doing, Beowulf? Nora said, da perjury. Quick said, Clavier. I remember that TikTok. Wait, crap, what was the, which was the Clavier TikTok? Nora said, cough, cough. Warner Brothers, cough, cough. Crystal says, what did Sayaka do? I would wait for a second. The whole thing where it's like, cause I'm psychic, she would like read Makoto's mind, but then like, I'm psychic, just kidding. Magpie says, you're live! Bubba says, here. Quick said, you're still here. Nora said, you're good. Crystal says, TTS. So I'm glad. So it sounds like it was just a hiccup, but we are still here. We're still good. Let's keep going. But there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her. Oh, what the? I don't think we've seen this sprite. This is a brand new sprite. I am tempted to draw facial hair on this brand new sprite, except that will just make the stream go really late. What the? Oh, but it'll be so good to draw some facial hair on that new sprite. I can't do my finger point. Oh, that's what it's doing. It's like pinning his arm back. That's the source of his power. Let me read a couple more comments though. Let's see. Nora saying, let it go, let it go. Nora said, I just yawned so aggressively. I'm crying, that's how aggressive these yawns are, bro. Oh my gosh. Crystal with some raid suggestions. Let me copy these down into my text file here. Just 1 second here, because we are close to the 3-hour mark. So I guess I should probably, the thing is like, I missed you guys by not having a stream on Tuesday. So part of me just wants to keep going, but I also know that I have like stuff I need to be up for tomorrow morning. Huh?
My one wish, at least let the trial end to where it makes you save. I wanna end off on fun cliffhanger time.
We will. We're not gonna like suddenly end right before that. But thank you very much for that TTS, Queen Katie. And yeah, can I just draw like a little bit of facial hair on bro here? Would anybody be like averse to that? Hang on, I gotta find where my file is. It'll just take 1 second. Hang on, I just gotta pause the game. I believe it still has like the old Phoenix Wright facial hair on it, so I'll have to like delete that and draw it anew. But let me just get this up here 1 second. Because I don't know, I think it's fun. I like doing fun stuff. 1 second here. And let me get the drawing. So you can still see all that gray stuff there. So hang on. We're gonna draw some majestic facial hair for Phoenix Rite. And then, even if we go over... Oh, I didn't realize how much my tablet light gives me the under the face lighting. It's spooky. Oh yeah, hey, oh crap, that's erasing the green too. I don't want to erase the green. Yeah, let me undo that. I forgot. So what I really ought to do is instead do just this and just get the green color, and we'll erase this way by just drawing over the... Can I get a bigger size on this? I think it's the size. Oh, no, here we go. All right, yeah, let's erase all this, and then we're gonna draw even more facial hair on Phoenix Rite, because we never know when the next time is that we'll see this glorious sprite here. Okay, now you guys complained last time when I gave him gray hair, so I guess we'll give him black hair. Let's see, where is Phoenix? Gotta find, here he is. Okay, undo that. Let's go a little bit thicker with our line. So yeah. Let's see if we can give him some real good facial hair here. We're gonna give him, look at this. Look at how nice and sharp this is gonna be. There we go. Oh, if only Vera was here. I think, look at how good just that part is. He's gonna be a handsome man. And then we just go down here. We're gonna leave that little space, because you always get like this little space here and here. At least I do. I don't know about you guys. When I grow my facial hair, so we'll do that, and then we go underneath here. I'm gonna draw this out there. There. Look at how glorious this is. Yeah, there we go. And now we'll go in here. That upper lip. I'll get like really thin in the center and kind of widen out there on the other side. Yeah. Check that out. Check out that beard. Hang on, I wanna just fix that, getting a little tiny bit more there. We also need to get a little bit more on that side. Ah, yes! The problem is now as soon as I click the game, it'll disappear. I gotta get a little more right there. So there we go.
TTS Phoenix low-key looks like Logan with that beard. Wolverine.
Oh, Wolverine! I was gonna say, I don't have that type of beard, but okay. That's good, right? Okay, so there is. Thank you very much for indulging me in my stupid little things. There is Phoenix Rite with a beard. Okay. Let's see how long he stays here. I can't do my finger point. Oh, the beard is floating. It's a ghost beard. Oh, we're just saying things, okay? It is time to let it go and move on. I suppose I should take the beard down. But thank you all for indulging me. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm. This hardly seems fair. It is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. If the victim was near the spring with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead? Besides the water itself, there's nothing but the Warbad statue. Oh, so he's gonna claim that the Lady Kira robes were draped over the Warbad statue? Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the seance is the Warbad statue draped in her sacred robes. No way! The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with the dagger in a reverse grip. But why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira? To show it to the victim as he was being slain. And what reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill? Again, he said to like showing the seance vision. It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself. Come again? Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise. Are you saying? I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetuated by the accused. Wait, how did he get more beads? His beads are on my arm. A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. Wow, this is taking a lot longer than I thought. Let me read some more in the chat. Beowulf says, pretty much Atlas is letting the fans vote for a new navigator demon. No, and they're going to vote for Mara. No. Which they help you find items and such. The options are Jack Frost. I feel like that would win. Black Frost, Mothman, Yoshitsune, Mara, parentheses, please. Idun, Chuchulain, I know I'm saying that wrong. Cerberus, Cleopatra, Nekomata, Dominion, Fionn Makumail, Mokoi, Tatana, Karasu, Tengu, Kresnik, Dominion, Demeter, Neko Shogun, Mephisto, Voivri, Makami, Lilim, Lupgaru, Nyami, Angel, Nue, Oni, Heckbiker, Onyakapon, and Kaya no Hime. Can we vote? Is there like a link that we can vote in this? Or is this only for Japanese fans? Nora said, I just remember saying that Athena definitely holds a place in the Alphabet Mafia. Oh, Krista with some more raid suggestions. Hang on, let me copy those down. We are going to keep going until we get to the end of the trial tonight. But we are also at the time when we will start to need considering these raid suggestions. Thank you very much, Crystal. I'm just copying these over now into my text file. Magpie says, look, no one in this series is all three straight, cisgender and neurotypical. At best, you get one of those. Quickita said, the Clavier TikTok reading Phoenix's mind because the text was on the screen. That's what it was. Oh, I'd forgotten about that. It's been so long. I need to also make some more like compilation videos. Bayo says, truth. Crystal said, oh yeah, Sayaka did say those laughing. Quote, I'm psychic Makoto. Is she reading my mind? Magpie says, do it. Draw the facial hair. Okay, so we had one person who was in favor of that very much a waste of time. And then Nora said, the beads again, lol, yes. Oh, Beowulf says facial hair. Okay, so we had at least a couple of people. So hopefully it wasn't like too much of a waste of time. So I appreciate the encouragement. Nora said, my stream lagging. Logie, I. Crystal said, hey, Logan, what do you call ghost/bonkers/boobs? I think you would call them boobs. Crystal says, paranormal, and I won't say that because, like, I don't know if that counts as a bad word, but that's actually really good. I need to send that joke to a friend of mine I know of, a friend of mine named Russ. I think he would really appreciate that. Nora said that's different from the answer to the joke I've heard. Chris said, ooh, what's the other one? Oh, Bucky said, wow, got here at the 3-hour mark. Keck, hope your commercial shoot went well, Logan. Thank you. I did. It was just very hot outside. But it went well. How are you doing, Bucky? Quinkita says, oh gosh. Nora said, good question. I don't actually remember, but it was an answer to the joke in Afterlife, the game. I don't remember what it was, though. Quinkita said, oh boy. Nora said, maybe it wasn't. Maybe I might be hallucinating. Quinkita said, we making him Zach 2.0 or something. Nora said, I might be going insane, chat. Crystal says, I'll try searching that up, laughing. Nora said, I'm so tired. Very well, could be insane. Crystal says, you're in a Logan Robo stream. Being insane is bound to happen. Quinkita said, this is literally Zach, but Phoenix edition. And Nora said, oh yeah, it was just a play on the words with boo, as the same boo that made Logan scream. Those are in quotes, so they're not going to be scary. Hang on, I need to breathe for a second. There we go, the music is so dramatic. Bale says, absolutely you should see the spoiler chat during the P3 when he's in Tartarus. We're doing a Tartarus run tomorrow night. Crystal says, oh, that was read by TTS. Quickita said, Trucy, Daddy? Is that you? Bale said, so much yelling at him. But okay, the daddy thing, have any of you ever had, when I was like little, like the earliest memories, my dad had a beard and then he shaved it a few years later. Have any of you ever had that when like you have a parent that has a beard who then shaves it and like just doesn't look like the same person anymore? Let's see, Bayo said so much yelling at him and Magpie says, objection, bub. Need to with a Canadian accent there, Wolverine, because it's Canadian. Oh, objection there, bud. I'm the best there is at what I do and what I do ain't pretty. Snicked bub. A scheme in which he sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. Hobba, hobba, hobba. Hey, there's no one in the witness stand. That's kind of nice. Pretty rare, but okay. This can't be happening. What a face you are making, Defense. I am surprised you are taking this so hard, but the problem is that he's saying this, and it's like, okay, that's an interesting theory. Where's your proof? I feel like every time we say maybe this happened, they're like, well, you gotta prove it. Then he could just say crap like this, and we never say, all right, bro, you think that? Show me proof. Show me some proof. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Heh, something has occurred to me, you see. And your allegations of a third party are but a deluded fantasy. We didn't need this flashback. He just said he called it a deluded fantasy. I would just believe him. You're telling me he knew this is how it would turn out all the way back then? And that he was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me? Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be! This is an outrage! You guys are having a conversation without me. I want to feel like I'm part of what's going on. You took our royal priestess's sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder. No! I didn't do anything of the sort! Man, my voice is really bad tonight. Why is it so bad? Maya. Nick, it's not true. I didn't! Objection! Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint this sacred hall. Indeed! It seems this trial is over. Hold it! Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter argument or something? The accused is not the killer. Yeah, booyah. And here's why. Oh, now what do? I've got nothing. It would appear that the defense has run out of arguments to make. I thought for sure that the rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. And I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Sadmati's argument. Yeah, you say, give me proof, bro. You don't got proof. And B, Lady Kira left the vigilante left a threatening note, so why don't we look for who she is? Unless he's trying to accuse Maya of being that Lady Kira, then again, provide me proof. Darn it! Oh, Phoenix Wright, he's so frustrated. He said a swear. I mean, it's like a PG-rated swear, but still a swear. I can't lose now, not like this. Very well then. I shall now render my verdict. No, wait. Huh? Well, please wait, I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on. Are they actually going to convict her? Because maybe in Karain they have some because I know in here we have an appeal system. Maybe they have an appeal system where the next day you can call for a do-over. It is time to let it go and move on. Although if she's convicted, we will be too. And then we won't be able to keep investigating. Oh, maybe we'll call for Apollo and Athena to come and they'll continue the trial while we're behind bars to do an appeals process. This trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey. Should we end the stream right here? Should we stop the stream and just wait? Objection! Oh! I'm guessing that's a no. Okay, let's keep going. This court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Rite. Oh, we're doing it! Guilty! Ah! Phoenix should have known that someday Maya would get him killed. I mean, it's just like, it's inevitable.
So remember when I said we're free?
Ah!
Oops, I lied. Guilty, guilty, baby. Have fun, smiley face.
Well, maybe what we can just do is run out of the courtroom, like That's a Rebel did, hop a flight back home, and just hope that Japanifornia does not have an extradition treaty with the Kingdom of Karain. The fact, though, that Nayuta seems to travel back and forth between the two countries makes that prospect unlikely, but yeah. Yeah, thank you very much for the 10 bits. Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but... See, like I said, how did That's a Rebel get past these guys with guns out there? What is the meaning of this? Oh, maybe like all of the bailiffs have been taken over by rebels and they're just gonna like come in here and just start like shooting everybody and just like shoot the judge. Oh, I'm dead. And then we'll just be fine. What? A body has been found in the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty. Okay. I was suspecting Praise-a-Lot as the murderer, but he's probably going to be the body that was found. Because he was like on his hands and knees praying the whole time, and he was probably like killed and they didn't realize it. It's like, all right, prayer's over, time to get up, and it's like he's dead. I bet. But the thing is, he already said guilty. Did he slam his gavel? Can he take it back when we say like, okay, well, Maya's right here. She obviously didn't do that. What's this? A body? What happened now? And we found this sticking out of the victim. Oh, it's the knife. Just check to see if Maya's fingerprints are on it. All the time has passed, been used again. Maybe they wouldn't be there. Why, that's Lady Kira's warbad dagger. Hubbub, hubbub. Lady Kira has returned from the Twilight Realm once more. She's come to defeat the rebels. Lady Kira, hubba, hubba, hubbub, hubba, hubba. Peace! Well, it would seem that the dagger was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Sadmari. Yes? This dagger... It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Wow, the universe just really wants her executed, doesn't it? I mean, I guess that makes sense that she was like holding the dagger in the ceremony, but there's no way she could have killed the person while she's been in prison. So they should realize that it's a frame job, right? What? But man, I cannot do the Maya voice tonight. I don't know what happened to my real voice. Why would Maya's prints be on it? Nayuta? I cannot believe it, yet it must be true. Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmari? This trial has run its course and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was? I thought I was being dumb. You claimed that the murder at the Inner Sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. I did say something to that effect, but what of it? Prosecutor Sadmari, are you suggesting what I think you are? I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is Maya Fey. Is none other than the accused, Ms. Maya Fey. She's been in prison since yesterday. I need to read some chat. This is so dumb. This is so dumb. Crystal says the beard is just there. Quinkity says Nayuta is expelling the beard. Nora says it's just floating. Chat, where did Rafa go? She got sad. We basically made her question her faith and everything that is important to her. And she got sad and left. Magpie says, probably eating popcorn on the sidelines, lol, more likely. She's resting. She was all tuckered out. She needed a nap. Quickity said, left at some point last stream to let Yuta do stuff here. Beowulf said, his name is pronounced Fionn McCool. Fionn McCool. Okay, I'll probably forget that, but thank you. Beowulf says, Atlas Twitter, they're bringing in Western opinions. Could you post the link to that in the Persona Discord channel, Beowulf? Would you be so kind as to maybe do that? Magpie says, love that Nayuta's earrings defy gravity. They don't hang straight down. Oh, they don't? Huh. How about that? Krista with an emote. Nora said, I was gone for a moment. Owen with a hydrate command. Thank you, Queen Katie. Thank you. Bubble says, yes. Bucky with the dancing dinosaurs. Queen Katie said, okay, but that's me, but with my stepdad, he used to have hair, but then he shaved, and I was so confused. It's really funny when the kids are so little, because they'll just be, like, completely oblivious. Like, well, not oblivious. That's not the right word. Sorry. They'll be completely, like, unable to recognize the father or whatever adult in that situation. Oh, I do remember seeing a really cute dog video one time. And sorry, lurkers, I'll get back to the game in a minute, but I remember seeing this really cute dog video this one time that was this guy who owned a dog. He had to go to the hospital, and he was in the hospital apparently like for 4 months or something like that. And as part of it, he had lost like a ton of weight. I don't know if they had to do like a gastric bypass, but apparently he had been like, 300 pounds, and now he was like 150 or something. He'd lost a ton of weight. And so they were showing him come home and the dog's reaction. And when he came up, the dog at first like sees him from a distance and is like, oh, who is this guy? And is like very cautious or whatever. And he's like trying to encourage the dog, come here. And the dog's like, not having any of it. And the dog gets closer and finally gets close enough to smell him and takes a whiff. And like immediately realizes, this is him. And his dog tail starts wagging and is jumping all over him and is so happy. And it's so neat seeing that the dog smells it. And just like, I don't care if he looks different. I know my nose. This is him. And just completely accepts it. It was so adorable. Let's see. Crystal says, Mama, that stranger is trying to carry me. The stranger in person. Well, in person is dad. There we go. Nora said, oh, I'm tired. We're almost there, Nora. Magpie says, Logan, did you notice the front wing loops of the butterfly behind the judge's bench? Oh, I forgot to look for that. Quikita said, did you have a haircut recently? You're different, but I don't know what. Crystal said, somehow a beard makes them unrecognizable, said Logan. Have you hydrated? I did just now. Nora said, cease this ugly display, rude. Queen Katie said, Phoenix, no. Crystal says, hey, Logan, what do cattle call their partners? A cowboy friend? Maybe something about bovine, a boivine friend? Something like that. Crystal says, hayloft. Hayloft, crap, I don't quite get that. Hayloft, maybe that one, Hayloft. Nora says, I don't get it. Chris says, hey, love. Okay. Nora says, aw. Nora says, yeah, I never would have gotten that. People said, Logan, you wouldn't be behind bars. You'd be executed. Well, but do they execute on the spot? Or do they have, like, death row? Oh, there's a clip from Queen Katie. Let's play a little bit more, and then we'll get to that clip in just a minute here. Is none other than the accused Ms. Maya Fey. What? Me? Wait! Hubba. What? Why? How? What is his logic? This doesn't make any sense anymore. I realize how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. I'm still convinced that Rafa is the Lady Kira vigilante. Okay, so we finally get a good look at this picture. I was trying to bring it up in the court record. So, although I guess it doesn't matter. The That's a Rebel was claiming he saw the shadow of the plume, and I was gonna say it's probably the plume of the Lady Kira mask, and or the plumed Punisher mask that just looks like Lady Kira or something like that. But he said the whole thing was a lie, so I guess it doesn't matter. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well. Wait, so was she in Japanifornia all those years that Phoenix was a pianist with a T? And like just didn't hang out with him? It was like, well, he's not a lawyer anymore, so I don't want to be friends with him. I don't want to be seen with him. Why, the timing matches perfectly. But there is more. That warning letter was found in the high priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite. Oh, and Maya was staying with the high priest. I still want to say it was Rafa, though. Although the warning letter would have also made sense from the prisoner, since he would have, like, maybe gotten magazines. Well, I mean, there needs to be a reason to disguise handwriting. Anyway, let's keep going. Despite his house being locked up tight that night. Objection! Ha! How does that prove anything? It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. It doesn't need to, just the arrow. Put the thing on the end of the arrow, fire the arrow, boom, boom, in. Do like a crack in the window. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there. Mainly to prepare for the purification rite. Ah!
Abernathy was an important figure with a ton of duties. Duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions.
The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. No! Lady Kira's warning updated in the court record. A warning from Lady Kira to Abbot and me. Only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it. How long is it? We are close to a half-hour overtime. How long do we have to keep going to get to the end of this? Let me load up this clip from Queen Katie while we think about how long this... I feel like we gotta be close, right? This clip from Queen Katie is titled, About That, ... Okay, let's see what this is. Oh crap, that's the beard. I don't want the beard. I was highlighted on something else. I need to go to the clip viewer. And there's the clip viewer. All right. What, 1 hour ago? I'm not that far behind. That's awfully generous of him. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. So even though Nayuta knows it, we still have to say what it is. And let me guess, if we answer wrong, we lose hit points, and the judge will just convict Maya for no reason. His true identity. And that actually happened. Yeah, the judge was like, nope, gavel slam. This isn't a bad ending. I didn't mess up, did I? Because this all seems very scripted. Kitty says, no, I just posted the clip. Logan, no. Chris says, wait, what? Nora says, what? Huh?
This is the last evidence in the trial here. We're close.
Okay, but the thing is, you guys do that a lot, where you're like, we're close. Like 20 minutes away, then 2 hours later. That has happened multiple times, just to be fair. But it does feel like we're close. We'll keep just soldiering on. Nora said, what I missed? I was gone for a second. Oh, he has a gun? A new one? I'm so confused. No, that was just the bailiff, I think. Katie said with a smile. Bailiff says, poo-hoo-hoo. A body has been discovered. Crystal says, ding dong, bing bong. Nora said, I was literally gone for 1 minute. What in the world happened? Maya, did you do the murder? Oh, yeah, what it was, a new body was discovered. Nora, Katie said, womp, womp, womp. Nora said, I don't know if we can defend her anymore. She might be the murderer. You would think Phoenix would think this after being accused 4 times. It's like, that's gotta be, one of them's gotta stick. Crystal said, Maya, please, everywhere you go, some gosh dang evidence always connects to you. Nora said, sir, she's been in prison. Bubba said, do any of you know how to determine time of death? I would assume it has something to do maybe with like the degree of rigor mortis, maybe? Bill said, 1 step ahead of you, I already did it. Oh, AMC! Said I made a cake, but it's too much, well then give some here, I love cake. What kind of cake? What kind of cake? But I'd love some cake. Magpie says, no such thing as too much cake. Too much cake means time to make friends with the neighbors or the chat. Magpie, just saying. Katie said, raise his hand. Can the bailiff tell us who died already? I feel like that's important. Nora said, can't fall asleep. So true. Goated. Tired. Wow. Oh, the end of the chat is in sight. Let's keep going then. We're almost to the end here. Lady Kira's warning updated in the court record. Only someone capable of entering the priest's home could have delivered it. I need to breathe, hang on. All that reading is like depriving me of oxygen. If we assume that the accused was Lady Kira, that more than establishes her motive for killing the high priest. Oh yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping That's a rebel escape after all. Precisely. That made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. Or what if Maya was helping the rebels? What if Maya has just become a bloodthirsty terrorist while we've been gone? And after killing the high priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. Well, yeah, have we said who was dead out there? Wait, hang on, have we not said who was dead out there? I assume, I just have been running the assumption it was Praise a Lot. So it seems this, did we say? I can't even remember. So it seems the scope of this case has expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Ms. Maya Fey masquerading as Lady Kira. I really hope it's not Abbott and me's wife because she's pregnant, and that would make that really, really sad. I mean, death is sad in general, but as a general rule, baby death is sadder. Huh?
Bot.
Oh, there's a bot. Hang on. Thank you. I will expunge the bot right now. I will get that. Thank you very much. And kablamo! There we go. Thank you very much for the 10 bits. I appreciate that. Okay, we got to be so close. So my guess is we're going to find out that it was somebody who was established as being alive before Maya was arrested. And then we'll just say, like, well, there you go, Judge. Just take back your verdict. Your finger was still on the chess piece. You can take it back. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Ms. Maya Fey, masquerading as Lady Kira. Yeah, bailiff. Some more details, bro?
Oh, if Miss Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment. That's right, everybody gets to, like, punch her in the stomach once before we execute her. In light of all this, I believe the second murder must be investigated before we can proceed.
Oh, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Okay. Also, I did look at the symbol this time. I guess those purple things were going up. It's like the loop of the butterfly. As you wish, Your Majesty, Magistrate. And if you've seen The Princess Bride, you know I just told you I love you. Mwah. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. Okay, here's what I'm hoping happens. We're going to do a whole new investigation, find out, and prove that she's innocent of the second murder. And then the judge will say, oh, but we did already convict her of the first one. I said guilty, so yeah, she's still, you're both going to die. Both going to die. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. A new murder charge on top of a guilty verdict?
It seems the defense will live to see one more day.
Talk about hanging on by a thread. But will I get to investigate? I don't know. How long is a flight across the Pacific? I assume the Pacific. To bring like Apollo and Athena here to investigate. Come tomorrow. A far more terrible punishment awaits you.
I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of this new investigation, this court is adjourned! Gavel slam!
We made it. We made it! Magpie says, not a bad end. There's a to be continued. Quickity said, I say close, but trust. Trust, AMC says, that's just you, sir. Also, he's got him to chat. Not quite, but I'm just about there. Save. Oh, please save. Please save. Nora says, no. AMC says, it was pineapple cake. Oh, I've had pineapple upside down cake. That's good. Nora said, ignoring the fact that I fell asleep. Well, we're almost to the end. Quickity said, don't say. I don't think they said. Oh, yeah, so they didn't say who the body was. I still think it's Praise a Lot. AMC says, I got told, are you crazy? And I'm like, I wanted this cake from Starbucks, but they sold out. So I just made it. Nice. You know, modern problems require modern solutions. Quickity said, bot here. Nora said, bot, exclamation point. Bubba says, bot. Quickity says, yay. Funny thing, I also had a bot at the end of the stream too. The same type of link too. Said, quote, by the way, BTW, who died? Oh, this one dude that we thought was alive this whole time, but whoops, he was dead all along. So that's what I'm thinking, that he was like dead and just laying there and like, wow, he's really good at praying for 3 days straight. Magpie says, yeah. Quickity said, Phoenix calling Apollo Yo, could you write me down a will real quick? No reason. I just randomly felt like leaving behind a bunch of things to my family. Which, speaking of, did you know Trucy is your ... AMC says it's pineapple cake right side up. And they're 3 hours, 34 minutes, and 13 seconds. I got up to chat for the first time of the night. It took over a half hour extra to do all that. Oh boy. Let me check out those raid suggestions. And for those who are lurking, let me give you the rundown on everything. As I said before, we stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays, currently alternating between this and Persona 3 Reload. So tomorrow night is going to be Persona 3. Sunday, we'll pick up where we're leaving off tonight with this stunning cliffhanger ending. I'm going to go ahead and check out these raid suggestions. Oh, we have... Someone is playing, looks like the person with the fewest number of viewers who is still live is playing Persona 4 Golden. I miss Chie. Beautiful, wonderful Chie Satonaka. So we'll go ahead and do this as a raid and do the raid message here. Let's see, Crystal says, yippee! And there's, the social media link. So Crystal posts that there's a link tree. If you're lurking, feel free to check out that link tree that has a Discord invite link. It has links to my TikTok where I've been shadow banned for the last 3 days. So if anybody wants to go look at it and give me engagement so that TikTok will stop thinking that I'm a meanie, that'd be nice. And YouTube and Twitter and all those places like that. I've never been shadow banned by anything before, and it's happened to me twice on TikTok now. And I don't even know why, because they won't say. Quick said, I'm happy. It was worth. Magpie says, good night, Logan. Yes, good night, all of you. Thank you so much for hanging out. I love and appreciate you all. I missed you Tuesday. It was so nice to see you all. I hope you had fun. I had fun. Let's see. Quick said, thank you for the guilty stream. Magpie says, I might not make Sunday stream, rip. Well, there's always the VOD, though. I mean, if you have other stuff going on in your life, I hope you have fun with whatever else is going on that day, Magpie. But whenever you're able to be here, it's always awesome. Quick said, see you tomorrow for Tartar White Edition. Well, it's both black and white. Oh, I got to make sure I copy down that raid message as well. AMC says, Logan canceled. I know, I suspect it's because the Kenji video had people arguing in the comments about, sensitive topics. So it's not even my fault. Quick said, bye-bye. Crystal said, Sunday stream. Birthday stream. Wait. Is it your birthday on Sunday, Crystal? Anyway, the raid's about to start. Love and appreciate you all. See you all next time. Enjoy the raid. Bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Whew. And for those watching the VOD, good night as well.